All right, so I am live, and things seem to be looking all right. Hello there. Hope everyone is doing okay. So I just come on here for a little bit and see what happens next. As far as I know, no one's coming to join, although if anyone's open to, maybe. So we'll see. Uh, but yeah, hope everyone's doing okay. Hope everyone's doing all right. Uh, Jaws or Raiders of the Lost Ark? I don't know. I like both a lot. It's hard for me to pick. Hey there, Jeremy. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? And hope everyone's doing all right. As I get situated here. Hello back to everyone in the chat. Hello there. Jeremy, Broadstype, Josh, Jonathan, etc. Doing all right. Doing okay. So I was streaming just a little bit earlier since there's some light here. Darmel Spider, will throw number one. Hi to all. Yes, I already know about the Dolph Lundgren stuff. It's a shame. Uh, I wish him the best. It's a long time to battle cancer, and wish him the best. It's one big bummer though. And before people ask, no, I have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3. No one has requested it. No, I have not seen 65. No one has requested it. No, I have not seen Evil Dead Rise. No one has requested it. So, no, I have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or Evil Dead Rise or 65 or those movies. Hey, Caleb. I'm doing okay. Jonathan, have no idea what those games are, so I can't answer that. I don't care about Beetlejuice 2 or these other sequels. It's not needed. Rusty, no problem, man. I understand. Thank you, though. Richard Dreyfuss, I mean, how was he wrong? That would be my question. What did he say that was wrong? Did not see the new Gremlins trailer. I don't even watch trailers anymore, to be perfectly honest. I don't watch trailers anymore. Very, very rarely. I'll put it that way. I very rarely watch trailers anymore. So, Mr. D man, hello there. Tomorrow, though, on why is the chat in comments now? I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean the chat in comments? Hey, the shadow. Uh, hey there, Josh. Jack and Jill, I would say, is the worst of the two. Darth Goldust by far. Just for the fact you have him pretend to be a lady and the most unconvincing lady in movie history. Hey there, Arcade. I don't know. Ask YouTube about that. I'm streaming and the comments are on the right of me, so and I'm on a phone, so I don't know what to tell you. Blame YouTube for it. Favorite pizza topping? Really, it's only pepperoni. That's the only thing I like. Drop Taylor, I think I reviewed it. I did not care for it. Joseph, I just said that like 5 minutes ago, man. Like Joseph, I literally just answered that 5 minutes ago. And I haven't even been on for 4 minutes. I like literally a minute ago I just said the same thing. Oh, thank you, Kun Lao. And I like Kun Lao. I like him as a Mortal Kombat character. Fair Limp Bizkit album. I don't know. Maybe his first one. I don't know. You're from Ireland? Cool. How's it going in Ireland? Did I like Slither? I didn't mind it, mainly for Nathan Fillion, but I didn't mind Slither. Which movie is worse? Probably Exorcist 2, Cole. How you know Clint Eastwood's movie will be shit if you haven't seen it? You know? What makes you say that, Arcade? Which is worse, Dark Gold Dust Medea? That's worse. I don't remember. I didn't read the whole Wikipedia page at Gunman Production, so I just I really didn't read it. I just know it's on there because it's always on there, but I didn't read it because I don't care, to be honest. I don't know. RK mentioned Clint Eastwood's next movie, so I don't know what the whole deal is. Cole, both franchises suck, so I don't know which is worse. Last Voyage of the Diorama, I have no idea what that is, James. Hey there, Aragorn, DJ, Lord Cosmo, hello there. Hello to everyone out there. Well, I don't know what the plot is, so I know nothing about it, so I don't care. Robert De Niro's having a baby. Do I have to pay for it? Do I have to watch the baby? Do I have to change his diapers? No? Good. So I don't care if he had a baby at 109. Ain't my problem. Underrated Christopher Walken films? Yeah, it was what's the name of that movie? Let me. No, I did not. Didn't see Renfield. Didn't see Pope's Exorcist. Didn't see any of that. Mouse Hunt is all right. It's an all right family film. Trying to remember what the name of that movie was. All American Murder. There you go. Yeah, that's a Christopher Walken film I like. All American Murder. Well, again, James, I know nothing about the vampire movies, so yeah, John's moved. He even put up videos of him in his new place. No, no one's requested Sizu. No, I've gotten no requests for Zizu or Evil Dead Rise or whatever the fuck the other ones that are coming out. None of the Guardians 3, none of the new movies. Yeah, I've seen McBain. It sucks. It's a lame action movie. Lame, boring film. Pulp Fiction sucked. Well, I mean, it's yet another exorcism movie. I mean, what are you expecting out of a new exorcism movie in today's age? What more can you do with another exorcism movie? I mean, they've done like everything you can with exorcism movies. It's just the truth of the matter. I'm sorry, but it is. Do I like any of the David A. Pryor films? No. No problem, Joseph. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Oh, no problem, John. Yeah, I did like that movie. I did like that movie, so which is worse, Ant-Man 3 or Doctor Strange 2? I would say Doctor Strange 2 is way worse than that. Andrew Grandpa, no, I'm not into that stuff. I don't remember Pray for the Devil, so I don't know if Olivia Munn's in it. I don't know. I don't remember Alexander Nevsky being in one of the Expendables films. He should not have been. Favorite Jason's, do I like? Yes, Transporter 3 still sucks. It's poorly directed by a guy that doesn't know his hand from his ass. Shitty director. Give a crap about Beetlejuice 2. Why does everyone want to see a Beetlejuice 2 with a 70-year-old Michael Keaton? Stupid. It's fucking stupid, and people look forward to it. Need to get their head out of their ass. Unless they think their head's a damn Pez dispenser. I'm sorry, at this point, you're looking forward to Beetlejuice 2 after what was the last good Tim Burton film? How long has it been? 50 years? 49 years? The fuck? Hell are people doing? The Thing 2011 is a gigantic piece of shit. No, I haven't seen The Informant. I didn't want to go to sleep. Everything I've seen about it seems like a good sleeping pill. The Thing 2011 might as well be drinking pre-cum with that fucking prequel. You might as well give me a bottle of pre-cum and tell me to drink it. Because it'd be probably, I would guess, the same fucking taste as that movie when I saw in the theater. And it's a bad taste, I would imagine. Because I know The Thing 2011 was a bad taste. Hey, dishonesty. Is nobody worth a watch? Well, nobody is worth it. I'm not worth a watch. You're not worth a watch. The whole chat's not worth a watch. Never watch anybody, especially in the shower, unless you're paying for it. If you mean the movie, yeah, it's a fun movie. It's an entertaining film. No, because Tim Curry's an actual good actor, unlike Skarsgård, who was over the top and goofy as fuck. Tim Curry was actually a good actor and knew how to handle the role. That's why. Nobody does not suck. Teach their own. Nobody's just damn good fun action. Yes, folks, I already know about the Dolph Lundgren stuff. I know like 85 people are going to burn it up. I got answered 85 times. I don't mean disrespect to that. How do you think I would feel? It sucks. So it sucks. It's a shitty situation. Uh, I'm not going to answer any more of that stuff because there's nothing else to talk about on that. It just flat out sucks. Just sadly how that's sometimes it's sadly how it is. Yeah, I've seen Sleepers, but I don't remember anything about it. Yeah, Stellan Skarsgård, I agree, better than the other Star Guards, Star Tissues. Rambo Last Blood sucked though, so it wasn't a great film. So did I watch Dumbo? No. Rambo Last Blood sucked balls. You might as well stick your nose up an elephant's ass, because when you sniff it, you sniff in Rambo Last Blood scent. Lord of War, I don't remember a thing about that, but for some reason it's getting a sequel. Because people are dying for a Lord of War sequel. A film that no one remembers that Nicolas Cage made. But that's getting the sequel. Go figure. My first Dolph Lundgren film I saw, it probably was Rocky 4. But the first memory was The Punisher. Because I remember watching the VHS tape and it had the trailer for Jacob's Ladder and it had the trailer for the Nintendo Punisher game. So this was probably the first Dolph VHS I had was The Punisher. Paulie, sure. I have no interest in Nostalgia Critic. Favorite Stallone movie, Rambo 2 or Cobra. So yeah, that's just how it is, man. Yeah, it just sucks. The whole thing just sucks. Favorite Arnold film, Predator. That's cool. I'm glad you got into Dolph's movies, Joseph. That's very cool to hear. Yeah, Salvatore is just sadly how it is with that movie. It would have been nice if the skull was on the shirt, but I still really enjoyed the film. No, I didn't think Kane was a good villain, but I think the actor did a good enough, as good of a job as he could with the terrible script. I don't know. I didn't see much of Frank Sinatra's movies to determine if he was a good actor. No, I didn't watch Infinity Pool. The only episodes I've seen of Tulsa King were the ones I was requested. No, I don't think that Isobar screenplay will ever be showcased. Someone said that Wesley Snipes is a bad actor. Well, they're wrong and they're a moron. Go watch Blade 2. Go watch White Men Can't Jump. Go watch Passenger 57. Because Star-Lord's an idiot. He made everybody die from his stupidity in Infinity War and then got no repercussions from it. Because everyone got brought back, but he still got a pass. Nope, I never played Fallout. Adult Swim, it depends on the title. Like Robot Chicken, I like. No, I've never been to a desert. I don't know when you think I would have gone to a desert, but no. Hey there, Dante. Hey there, DJ. No problem, Dark Spider. No, the first Avengers is not the best. It's a good film, but no, I don't think it's the best MCU film. Doing all right, Brett? Well, I've heard Jamie Foxx is getting better, so at least that was the last news I saw. So, hey DJ, you missed it. We're already talked about Beetlejuice too. I don't know. Nobody watches commentaries if me and Stem and Mark do it. The last time we did commentary, like 10 people showed up in the chat. So we'll probably still do another one sometime, but I didn't. Nobody watches them, so I mean, I'll do it for the fun of hanging out with Mark because he's a good guy. But you at least want people to watch what you do, but nobody watches my stuff, so I'm obviously doing something wrong. What's the dumbest scene from TCM 2022? From 1 minute in to the end. That was the dumbest thing they did. No, I never drink coffee. Chris Pratt, I don't mind him as an actor. My favorite snake movie? My porno. That's my favorite snake movie. When is Warner Bros. Ever going to release deleted scenes for those movies? When his fat ass gets out of the way for them to move the truck, his fat ass is blocking the vaults. See, they can't get the trucks in for the vaults to get the deleted footage. So Seagal's not really in Russia. He's in the vault stuck with his fat ass. Mataka Ali, hello there. It's not just your name, just my bad English. Thoughts on Mario Joe Young looking for the sequel Mighty Joe Dawn. Fair George Clooney movie. The film where he punched the director in the face. I don't know. From Dusk Till Dawn is my favorite George Clooney. Favorite scenes to go action scene where he killed the guy at the buffet because he ate Seagal's food. That's my favorite movie. When he killed the buffet. Steven Seagal and Against the Buffet. Can they do more wall off the wall ridiculous Fast X? Yes. Make a sequel to Jason X called Fast Jason XX. The Fast Voorhees Double X. That'll be crossover Fast X and Jason X. Yeah, no problem. I get it. Dishonesty and others. Thoughts on the writer's strike? They should pay us for watching their shitty strips get made, and then that's what they should be doing. Not worry about their goddamn bullshit. They should be paying us for making us delve through their bullshit. What director should Scott Adkins team up with? Neil Breen. Made the best worst movie ever. Scott Adkins and Neil Breen. Um, Jason X versus Leprechaun 4. Jason X is a lot better than that junk. Conan's 93 is a good movie. I prefer the sequel, Dickheads. That's the sequel to Conan. It's called Dickheads. They look the same. They just got a little ring on top. No, I'm not salty. I'm just having fun giving goofy answers because it's fun. It's fun giving goofy answers. I'm not salty, just having fun. Just having fun, fuck face. And I'm just kidding. Come on, we're supposed to be having fun. That's the whole point of this. Try and make people laugh. That's what I'm doing. Apparently, I'm failing, so whatever. David Lowery. Um, Seems like a shitty name for a shitty writer, apparently, based on the work he's done. Or director, whatever the fuck he is. Why is Beetlejuice 2 needed? Because they need the paycheck. They need the money. They're desperate. They need to go back to their cocaine habits. Cost too much money for the cocaine habits, so they need to make more shitty sequels to afford more cocaine. Best of Best 3 I like, 4 not so much. Davian, what do cat? I don't have a new cat. Because It Chapter 1 sucks. That's why I haven't come around to it, because it's a shitty movie. It's a shitty version of a movie that was already done well. Arena is a pretty lame movie with a terrible lead actors as like a wannabe Christopher Reeve who couldn't fight and couldn't act. Yeah, I like The Fan with Robert De Niro. I don't mind the film. It's it's a decent movie. But yeah, when I grew up in Iowa, how far was the closest movie theater? I don't know, maybe 40 miles, if or more. Do you think Chapter One's better than Chapter Two? I think both films suck, so it doesn't matter which is better because both films still suck, in my opinion. Yeah, I've seen Nightmares with Emilio Estevez. I don't mind the film. It's a decent anthology. That's what made Arena good because the lead guy sucked and the he can't fight. I don't know how that makes it good, but Liberty Stand Still was pretty boring. Pretty boring movie. Stalker 79, never seen it. Well, that's not a new cat. I have that cat for like years, so it's not a new cat, but thanks, Dabian. But no, that's not a new cat. Well, I'm pretty much against fan films because, to be honest, more of them suck than usual. And the last time I talked about fan film, the guy got pissed at me. So there you go. Oh, thank you, man. We'll love a rant on post 2000 horror past due. I mean, if it's a paid request, I mean, what did he say? What great new icons were made after 2000? Because lo and behold, what do? They keep remaking the same damn ones. Let's have, another Halloween. Let's now do The Exorcist. Let's now try to do Friday the 13th and shit. So there are some horror films I like after 2000, of course. There's actually quite a few of them. But they don't have the charm of the 80s or the technical prowess of the 90s. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what about that era you wanted me to discuss, but I still appreciate the super chat. I mean, I don't really have any in-depth thoughts on it right now off the top of my head, but I mean, it's still better than horror today. I'll say that. I mean, again, compared to stuff today, it's actually, you find some pretty good ones compared to today's age. Nope, Brian, no one's requested it. Take Care, Joseph. A government production. The produce the producer's saying that because he wants his movie to get a profit. What's he supposed to say? Hey guys, yeah, this movie sucks, or this guy sucks. Don't go see the movie. Yeah, he would get fired. So he's gonna say whatever he wants to get a over $100 million budgeted film as much money as it can. So I don't know why people are surprised when producers or actors say stuff to sell their movie that you, of course, they're lying and full of it, but they're selling their movie. That's par for the course. That has always been the case. It's like anytime when they did those talk shows, oh yeah, this is a great movie, blah blah blah. Very rarely did they say, yeah, this movie sucks or something. Sure, I mean, more honest the better. Hey there, Tim. Do I think Philip Reeve should have done more movies? Sure. Compared to other guys, sure, why not? Well, I said this when the film was coming out. I said all the marketing is going to be about Michael Keaton Batman, and I was right. For those who remember those old live streams, some I was with Michael CP, and we would talk about it. And I said repeatedly, they are going to market and use all the marketing of Michael Keaton's Batman to get the nostalgia berries in there. I mean, Jillian, I like the Hills of Eyes remake a lot. I like Ron Turn. I like Tetsuya the Master. And there are a lot of movies in the 2000s, but I don't think they were better than the 90s. I'm sorry, I disagree. Because as much as I like those films, the 90s still had From Dusk Till Dawn. It still had The Exorcist 3. It still had Jacob's Ladder. It still had The Blair Witch Project. It still had Seven. It still had films I enjoyed quite a bit, like Deep Rising, The Relic, Stephen T's Graveyard Shift, Tremors, among many others. Stir of Echoes, list goes on. Yeah, Steve James was a lead in Riverbend, which is a pretty lame movie. He was also the lead in this low budget film where Red Brown was the villain. I forget the name of the movie though. It's about two or so movies that Steve James was the lead in, but they weren't that good. Chud, yeah, the '80s movie. Yeah, I like Chud. Yeah, I like Flatliners. Favorite short-lived TV show? I mean, I don't know if I have a favorite short-lived TV show. I like Daybreak with Tay Diggs. The Quick and the Dead. It's all right as a western, but it's more style over substance. The style is fun, but that's really all it has going for it. To be perfectly honest. Yeah, I don't care about Scream 7. For a '90s creature feature, that's tough. Because there's so many to choose from. Because, like I said, I love Deep Rising, The Relic, Graveyard Shift, Split Second. It's hard for me to pick. Tremors, I mean, like I said. I mean, technically, I guess Predator 2 would be my favorite creature feature. Jean-Claude Van Johnson, yeah, I enjoyed that. That was canceled too soon. Yes, I did Psycho Hobo. Thank you for that. I did get it. I will get to it as soon as I can. I tried watching the film and I could not get into it because I was confused. And I don't mind the idea, but it's like a play. It's all shot in one. I get what it's trying to do, but I don't think I will be a big fan of it. But I get what it's going for. Yeah, just Jurassic Park's a creature feature. How you doing, man? By the way, congrats to this guy. He didn't tell me to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. This guy was able to complete every 32x video game streaming on his channel. These are some hard games too, like Supreme Warrior, where starred Vivian Wu, the Mitsu from Ninja Turtles 3, Scottie Pippen Slam City. Every 32x video game this guy has completed, all live streamed, no cheats, no codes. Definitely worth a look. And he has a playlist of it, so he didn't tell me to do that, but I wanted to do that because it's pretty cool. Check his stuff out. No problem, man. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate it. Your promo on Halloween Ends puts me in tears laughing. Feels like we're living the everyone likes everything era. Big fan of the channel, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate people who liked it. I like to be, I mean, I'm a pretty cynical guy. I can admit that. I like to be a wise ass and give goofy answers, really trying to make people laugh. But a lot of times, I think with my voice, people don't get that at times I'm being, there are a lot of times I'm being sarcastic and then people think I'm being legitimate. I guess I have one of those voices that I'll say one thing and people think I'm being dead serious and they don't understand that I'm being sarcastic. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. Well, yeah, I mean, th- this is more understandable than Primer, to be fair. But I don't think I'll hate the film, but I don't think I have much to say about either. I'll do my best, though. But thank you, Psycho. Boy, I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody doing that. But I'll do my best. No, that I'm being serious because I do think the '90s horror is way better than the 2000s. I mean, I could give a list of '90s horror, and I don't know how you could beat these films, man. Sorry. We don't have a grudge match in WrestleMania. Getting the Power Driver. Call me Owen Hart. I'm kidding. The Power Driver. I'm going to do to you what he did to Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what I'm going to do. So you must think what I think, or you're blocked. You're fired. I mean, come on. I mean, the same year you had Tremors, you had Graveyard Shift, you had Exorcist 3, you had Child's Play 2, you had uh, Jacob's Ladder, Misery, People Under the Stairs, Arachnophobia, The Frighteners, In the Mouth of Madness. Come on now. In the Mouth of Madness, The Frighteners, Jacob's Ladder, People Under the Stairs, Deep Rising, Arachnophobia, Misery, Silence of the Lambs, Dead Alive, Peter Jackson's Dead Alive, Predator 2. Well, I mean, that's action, to be fair. Scream, Candyman. Well, maybe to you, Marco, but not to me, because I saw Tremors, Silence of the Lambs. Uh, well, I had the list. A lot of mainstreams I like. The Relic, Mimic, Event Horizon, Arachnophobia, Dead Alive. They said in The Mouth of Madness, Flatliners, The First Power, Lou Diamond Phillips. Yeah, The First Power, Lou Diamond Phillips, LDP for life. Yeah, Stephen King's It was better than the later It's. Maniac Cop 2, which is a badass movie. Misery, the Night Living Dead remake. Predator 2 is more action, but some people say that. Some of those are more thrillers. Arachnophobia is not a thriller. The First Power is not a thriller. Dead Alive is not a thriller. Child's Play 2 is not a thriller. Exorcist 3 is not a thriller. First Power is not a thriller. Misery, I mean, I would call that a horror film. I mean, Amber Turd fucking gets James Caan in the Ruffle Shuffle. That's horror. Hey there, Alex. Amber Turd getting James Caan and fucking up his legs with a sledgehammer. That's a horror film to me. That's absolutely horror. Body Parts, great movie. Not to me, Misery is a horror film. Again, Amber Turd getting James Caan and breaking his legs with a sledgehammer. That is horror. Body Parts with Jeff Fahey, underrated one from '91. People Under the Stairs, In the Mouth of Madness. A lot of great stuff. In my opinion, that is. Just my opinion. Well, The Stepfather was '80s. Doing all right, Preminator. Yeah, don't forget Candyman, Dr. Giggles, Hellraiser 3, the last decent Hellraiser film. '90s has some serious bangers. Exactly. Hell, what came out in '94? Death Machine is an underrated one. In the Mouth of Madness. The Stand, I actually don't mind that. West Dream's New Nightmare. It's a damn good sequel. Better than some people give credit to. Always enjoyed Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Never understood the hate that film gets nowadays. I don't think it deserves the fucking hate it gets nowadays. That's my opinion. Has some crappy effects at the end, but I still think it's a damn good movie. Deep Rising is a really good one. I like Halloween H2O. Because you guys are mentioning, again, Deep Rising, The Relic, Mimic, Anaconda, Event Horizon. Of course, people Scream, Wishmaster. That's a fun one. Blair Witch Project, I still love. House on Haunted Hill remake. That's a good, fun remake. So I think there's a lot of good horror in the '90s. 13 Ghosts was in the 2000s. Species, yeah, that was '90s. I do remember Brainscan. Edward Furlong was in it. I didn't mind Brainscan, although the ending's a bit weird. Yes, House on a Hill, 1999. I enjoyed that film. Yeah, but that's what made the '90s good, in my opinion, Jillian, is that there was variety in the horror. So you had more thriller horror like Misery, or more action creature like Tremors, action horror. From Dusk Till Dawn, that was horror with some kick-ass action. That's what made the horror films, in my opinion, interesting. More variety, more mix of genres, which is not a bad thing. It made them stand out more. In my opinion, what helped in their quality. I mean, you want to talk about 2000s in horror, and there are ones I like. American Wolf in Paris. Yeah, fuck that. And there are some I do like. I like the Dawn of the Dead remake. I love the Hills of Eyes remake. I like 28 Days Later. I like Shaun the Dead. I do think the 2000s are better than today's age. I mean, what came out in 2000? Cherry Falls, I thought sucked. I liked American Psycho, but that would be more thriller. If Misery's a thriller, then American Psycho's a thriller. Butcher Shell's Blair Witch 2 was a bullshit movie. Terrible sequel. Cherry Falls sucked. Did not utilize its subject matter to the fullest. Crocodile with Toby Hooper. Dracula 2000. I like Final Destination. I like Hollow Man. Pitch Black, I think that's more sci-fi. But Python with the guy for fucking Casper Van Dien from Johnny from Starship Troopers. Fuck Ginger Snaps. I've never been a fan of Ginger Snaps. Just snap, crackle, and pop out of my asshole. Fuck Ginger Snaps. I don't like the food. I don't like the movie. To me, it's such an overrated fucking film. Ginger Snaps. Snap, crackle, and pop out of my dick hole. Fuck Ginger Snaps. Fuck the food and fuck the movie. Hey, Jedizilla. Yeah, I guess I did like Stream 3. So yeah, there's stuff I liked. I don't put them on par with the 90s stuff though, but there's stuff I like. I mean, what? You have Bones with Snoop Dogg, Children of Living Dead, Faust, Love of the Damned, The Forsaken, Fuck Jeepers Creepers, The Mangler 2, Mimic 2. I'll give you Session 9. I'll give you 13 Ghosts. But Valentine? Fuck Valentine. Yeah, there are 2000 ones I like. I like some of the 2000s horror films. I just don't think they're better than the 90s in terms of conglomeration of movies. Faust sucked. The 90s stream ripoffs were in the 2000s. Most of them. I mean, yeah, there was Urban Legend, and I know we did like Summer was okay, and Urban Legend I like. The shittier ones were in the 2000s, like Valentine and some of those direct-to-video ones that were crap, and Stream 4, Wishmaster 3, Wishmaster 4. Faust sucked. Oh, cool, Justin W. Congrats on your final exam in college, man. Wish you the best on that. Congrats on that. Phantoms, yeah. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff in the '90s I like, and there's stuff in the 2000s I like. Again, just there's a lot of 2000s I can name I like. I'm just saying I think the '90s were better, but Fear with Mark Wahlberg, I would call that a thriller. Oh yeah, great. The Amityville horror remake, Blood Blood Rain, Uwe Boll films. Yeah, Cry Wolf with John Bon Jovi. The Fog remake, Hide and Seek with fucking Robert De Giro. The Mangler Reborn. Watch that classic. Return of the Living Dead, Necropolis, and Rave to the Grave of the Slaves. Made to watch Song of the South. No, I'm just looking on Wikipedia. What do you eat today? Harass. No, I'm just kidding. I ate food today, and I ate food yesterday, and I will eat food tomorrow. No, I did not watch Cool Duder's horror list. I don't watch Cool Duder because I want to keep my brain cells. Not a Cool Duder guy. Sorry. Hey guys, I bought the whole fucking store today. Let me show you the movies I got. I bought the whole fucking store today. Because my parents gave me all this money. Ha ha. I could just buy the whole store every fucking week. I don't watch the movies, I just buy them. The show on the YouTube. Come back next week where I buy the whole other second half of the fucking store. And then the week after, I'm going to buy the whole Best Buy. No, I don't give a shit about Stallone's reality show. It's embarrassing that he's doing that in the first place. Fucking stupid. Nope, there's no rental stores around here. None at all. Tiffany Shepard is hot. Yeah, that's true. What movie won? Cool guy. Yeah, he's doing a reality show because of his daughters. His daughters are making him do it pretty much. That's what I gather. His daughters are making him do it. So, well, thanks, Aaron. I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. But I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Thank you so much for that, man. Thank you. That's cool, Don. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Foot Soldier. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Uh, yeah, I've seen all three Feast films, but the first one's the only good one, and the only one you need to see is the first one. Well, again, I've only seen the Tulsa King episodes I was requested, so that's the only ones I've seen. Oh, no problem, Aaron. I can understand. It's all good. Did I like VFW? Yeah, I enjoyed VFW. That was a entertaining movie. Terminator, sure, to your answer, sure. Yeah, Matt, I don't know anything about the story, so I can't comment. You enjoy Tent? I don't know what Tent is. Is that like a porno where they go in and fuck in the tent? Will you be my plus one at my cousin's wedding in Houston this October? Uh, sure. How much do I get? Oh, that's cool, Aaron. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Fairy Goonies kid, Data. Do you think Dan Aykroyd will get any more big roles? Well, yeah, he's doing those mystery movies. Well, yeah, well, he did Knives Out too. He'll probably do films like that. No, there'd be no point opening a video store because no one cares about that stuff nowadays. Love Jack's back with James Spader. I got the Blu-ray right over here. Actually, it's yeah, it's about there. I enjoy Jack's back. I don't know nothing about Matt Walsh, but Matt Walsh is an idiot. He's a fucking moron. I don't like Matt Walsh. He's an idiot. Fucking dumbass. Matt Walsh is an idiot. Yeah, I would say they don't have half price books around here. Best Michael Myers mask free is Halloween 2. Yeah, but Matt Walsh is a fucking dumbass. He's an idiot. Yeah, I know they're doing a Beetlejuice 2 that nobody wants, but so they'll do it anyway, even though nobody wants it. Oh, Matt Walsh, the idiot that said Okay, I don't know what that was about. It might be one of those things. Can someone hear me? Can anyone hear me right now? It might be one of two things. I've had this happen before. It might be one of two things. What the hell was that? I see that on StreamYard. There's this new thing on YouTube, like auto star super chats. I've never seen this before, so I don't know what the deal is with this. So YouTube has something different with the StreamYard. Like someone mentioned, like your guys, if you see it, is down below. But on the right, there's live and then there's starred. And starred is, I guess, super chats. You can star important comments so you remember to discuss them during the show. I don't need stars. Also, what might be is I might have to update either the phone or last time it was my the app that I have with the internet. Last time something like that happened, I had to update the the thing I have. So I didn't either have to update or I either have to update the phone, so I have to download like the new updates, or I have to update the app that my internet service with this provides. I don't know if that makes sense. Plus, again, streaming like StreamYard has this weird thing, like this new. You can start important comments so you can remember to discuss them. So I'm turning that off. See if that does anything. Kyle J, I just do paid requests. Sorry about that, man. So I'll go at this for a little bit longer, and if something happens again, you guys know it's either StreamYard screwing up, or again, it's either StreamYard screwing up, or I have to update and stuff. So, and I'll try to see to update that stuff. That happens from time to time when you have these type of services. I said Justin W. He said that cartoons, if you're an adult watching cartoons, then it's something satanic about it, and you're weird. No problem, bro. It's Stipe. He said if you're a grown guy and if you see anime, then you're weird. And he says that if you're a guy and if you watch a cartoon, then you're weird and something satanic. Because he's a very religious guy as well. So a lot of times he brings up satanic issues because he's a very religious guy. So yeah. Yeah, but I think with this, it might be where I have to probably have to update it or something. That happens from time to time. If anyone ever uses a phone for streaming, they know how it is. No, Silver Wings, I guess he's not a fan of that. No. I like that as well, Foot Soldier. True Fire Pink Guy, I don't think he watches that stuff. Tim, he just said cartoons in general. I think he also went into like video games. Like, I think he said video games can alter someone to doing bad things. I think he's one of those guys that says video games influence people. Well, it didn't sound like he was joking because there was no joke at the end of his comments. Like, I'm kidding, or he didn't say any of that. So, The stupid phone thing. Again, probably one of those things I have to. So I'm talking to myself. I have to update the damn thing. Guess I should have looked at that before I started streaming to update it. Let's see. What was he said? See if I could get the quote. Uh, Matthew W. Walsh. Oh yeah, he calls anime satanic and weird. Adults should not be watching cartoons. That's what he said. He said adults should not be watching cartoons and that anime is satanic and weird. And he says all of them are. I forget what he said about video games. Well, Don G, you're not wrong. Well, EM must not have been that bad because he came back for Expendables 2 and 3 and 4 and Creed 2, and they're still friends. That stuff does lead to delayed adulthood. I have no idea what you're talking about, Marco. I have no idea what you're talking about. Based on who? Based on what? What does that mean by delayed adulthood? There are people that played video games since they were 2, and they got a job at 15, have been working endlessly all their lives. Does that delayment in adulthood? I love video games. I consider myself an adult and not delayed. I played video games back to the day when I was 9 years old, playing Atari and Nintendo and Super Nintendo. I wouldn't say I'm a delayed adult. So I have no idea what you mean, Marco. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I've heard of Sisu. I haven't been requested it though. A Tenchi fan, I don't know. Maybe if it's a paid request. Maybe if it's a request, then I would do it. Well, Marco, by that logic, everything can lead up to it. If you go to church every day, that could lead up to it as well. Because some people do it, but not everybody. You can say that for every single thing. It's about mental illness, bad parenting, and people just finding an scapegoat. And that's what video games are. One of the easiest scapegoats in modern history. It just is. Video games is an easy scapegoat to not put the spotlight on your own deficiencies, your own issues, and your own problems. The gun does not magically go into your hand. I know it's scapegoat, Marco. I'm calling it scapegoat because they're stating over the issue. I'm making it up because the whole thing's ridiculous. I'm calling it scapegoat, as in they're stating around the issue over and over again. It's a term I'm making up. Just like FOSS, FOSS, full of shit syndrome. I made that up too. So yes, it's a scapegoat. I'm calling it scapegoat because they're stating over the important issues. And they say, video games made me do it. Video games made me do it. Video games made me do it. Guns are not a problem in America. Stupid people who are sick and ill are the problems in America. Most of those guns you mentioned are illegal anyway, and they get them anyway. So you could do anything you want with guns, they will still get them illegally. Drugs are illegal. Cocaine's illegal. Let me ask you, did we not have a problem with cocaine? And was cocaine illegal? Oh, cocaine was illegal? It was still like one of the worst drugs, especially in the 80s and 90s? Wow. But it's illegal. We got rid of the cocaine. Oh, they went and found it illegally? Oh, they couldn't do that. What about the honor system? They're supposed to respect our honor system. No, honestly, people start building bombs because the chemicals are in your typical store and you would find them and people will buy them and people will build them. That's what will happen. Because you can buy them at the store. I guarantee they'll find online how to make it and then they'll fucking do it. That's what they will use more and more so. Josh, the guns that there are illegal guns and anybody can find them. Yeah, literally in the UK. The cops, isn't that the place where cops don't have guns, they have batons? Forgive me if I'm wrong. If anyone's in the UK, educate me. In the UK, are cops not allowed to hold guns? They just have the batons and stuff? For people who are in the UK, which sometimes I do have UK, can you let me know? There's something about that I wanted. Special divisions. Well, jumping galaxies, there's a point to that. Look at the era where they made alcohol illegal, and it just made the situation worse. Many things like the Untouchables were based on that. Al Capone, people rose prominence because of that. Nothing is truly illegal. You can be punished, of course, absolutely, but everything. Watching movies at certain places with Jack Sparrow is not technically legal either. But I bet there's at least one person in the chat who has done it and had joined Jack Sparrow on the seas to see maybe a new movie. So yeah, you could. Well, Josh, did you forget the place in the UK where someone drove the truck and ran over a lot of people? Among many, many, many other aspects. And since as a country we're getting more PC pussified, that We don't want to call people garbage who deserve it. Some people think they can get away with it through their mental illnesses or their scapegoating, where we live in an age that we can't be too mean and too rude and too nasty. And we gotta follow specific protocols because that's the nice way to do it. Josh, have you heard of the Middle Ages? Have you heard of the Dark Ages? Have you heard of the Wild West? Have you heard of any of those? Jumping galaxies, no, it won't, because the human race is a fucked up species, and it always will be. You do put 85 more rules on it, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Look at the Wild West, where people will shoot you to steal your horse, or if you cheated at cards. Hell, read the Bible and how many awful, terrible things happened just so a couple people can enjoy a bunch of munching on from lions. Every kernel of history has the worst amount of violence because humanity in itself, there's good parts and there's a lot of bad parts. And because the smarter we are, the more it's like a computer. The more high grade a computer is, the more ways that computer can fuck up. I could have an old school Nintendo still work from the 1980s, but you get an Xbox 360, and in a year it breaks for the red ring of death. That's not the only reason it does that, or other high end stuff. There's no way to improve things, and there's other countries that have had that jump in galaxies. There's other places that have had that as well. And the only reason it seems like it's more is because we hear it more. We hear about it more because it sells. It sells better, and you get to hear about it more because you pay more attention. Let's face it, people pay more attention to bad stories than good stories. People pay more attention to bad things happening than good things happening. You may go, on the nice story, but the terrible story will get 3 times the views, 3 times the awareness. And I'm just saying, you can bring as many new rules as possible. It just finds more ways for people to break them. I did look at the simple fact of let's something not so serious. Movies. How many DVDs would you buy that have that warning in front of don't do this and you couldn't skip it? And then did it deter people? Or did it make more people find online and sail the high seas with Johnny Depp through all the pirates and stuff and find more? Anytime you put on a rule, there'll be 5 people find a way to break it. And you can try, but you have to realize that's going to happen. Again, I'm just saying you could put 10 more rules, 10 times the amount of people will find ways to break the rules because humanity is a faulty, it has been that way for all time. Going back to the Bible, the Dark Ages, the Wild West, humanity has always been a heavily flawed, barbarian type of race. But there's a lot of good people in it, but there's also a lot more people that will try to fuck you over because of either their evil intentions or their ineptitude in their illness in their brain or somewhere in between, bad parenting, other so forth. But before it disappears, thanks, man. Uh, well, yeah, Hollywood's always been that way. Hollywood would always try to find the new star because they hope to get new, fresh franchises with that star. That's always been the case. Even back in the day, you had Macaulay Culkin, then you have Elijah Wood, and you have these other actors, kid actors. Who's after Macaulay Culkin? Who's after this? Edward Furlong. Remember back in the day, there's Edward Furlong, Macaulay Culkin, Edward Furlong, then there's Elijah Wood, there's this and that. That's always been the case, whether younger kid actors or older actors. They want the new fresh face to try to sell more product and be more of a star and think that the lightning is striking right now, hit it while it's hot before it fades away. But thank you for that. I appreciate that, man. Well, jumping galaxies, that's always been illegal. And parents are still doing that, jumping galaxies. Like jumping galaxies, what you mentioned, there are still parents doing that, and it is illegal. There are still parents doing that to kids. On like an everyday business. Look at Hollywood and the dreaded P word that rhymes with, you know what I mean. They're still doing that, even when it's illegal. And so that you just proved my point. It was put illegal, more illegal, and they're still doing it. Hey, IO. Yeah, Father's Day, I didn't mind. I thought it was okay with Billy Crystal and Robin Williams. Could have been a lot better, though. I'm not saying they're still doing it. Jumping galaxies, yes, it's right that it's illegal. I'm just saying calling something legal to me doesn't matter at the end of the day because they're still going to do it. You could try to be illegal all you want, but it's still going to happen. And that's my point. Because people who are willing to do that do not care about the law. They care about their own selfish needs. All the above, so wings, all the above. If it's, I mean, yeah, it's, well, Hollywood, it's all the above. Hey there, Bobby. Do I like Cat in the Hat, Mike Myers? No. It's a terrible movie. But that's the thing is that, yes, you can make whatever you want illegal. You can be my guest, but nothing truly is going to change because someone said it best. The more rules you give, the more people rebel, whether it's for their own good or not. It's just how it is. They have the Yun and Hello there. Thank you, Jumping Galaxies. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Uh, Supposedly tomorrow I'll be on their channel talking about the news with Uncle Bill and Stuntman Mark. Supposedly tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central on Dead Pit. We'll see what happens. It's supposed to be about the movie news. But yeah, that's the thing is that again, it's fine if you want to make this and that illegal. It's fine if you want to make this and that partake into, how do I put it? What Like I said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. The more rules you bring up, the more people ready and willing to break them. You can do whatever you want with guns. It will always be a problem because people are hungry for the money and they will find a way to do it. People feel scared or insecure or unsafe because of a government that keeps betraying them over and over and over again. So people, when they're scared, they're going to try to do whatever they want for protection, and that's always going to be the case. Because no one wants to look at the big problems because it's too mean. It's too mean to say it. It's too mean to say harsh things about that person or that person. To specific people, you can't be mean to them. It's too mean to talk about the government. Unless it's Trump, then you can be mean. But if it's other people, then you can't be too mean. And if the guy wants to sniff 85 kids' hair and be a creepo, and he'll be a weirdo, and be doing it out in public in front of cameras and no one says anything. And that's the thing. Like, you're in a country, speak for myself, that I love. On the flip side, you have a guy who became president that 85 times is sniffing people's hair and whispering next to kids' ears. Looks like he's ready to lick them like a lollipop and loves to sniff hair. And maybe he has a hair fetish like Tarantino has a foot fetish. And out in front of cameras, in front of public, and no one says anything, no one does anything. So sometimes you just go, what the fuck doesn't matter? What the fuck doesn't matter? And Scotland, are you in Scotland, Jedizilla? The Napoleon Dynamite cartoon never saw. Film recap channels. I haven't seen much. I've seen them advertised. I haven't watched much about them. Like, I've seen a minute here, a minute there, and I'm like, not for me. Boris Johnson, don't know who that is. Voter fraud. Yeah. What the fuck can you do? What is Scottish food? I didn't know Scottish had a food. Well, sometimes I'm in the cynical nature that I think humanity is a lost cause anyway. Aliens need to take over and start over, perhaps. But it just depends on how cynical I am on day per day. I can't help it. Sometimes I get so cynical with the age of today. I'm like, can the aliens come and take over? Huh? Can they take over? I'll be like David Spade and Coneheads, suck it up to the alien guy and be like, what do you need, sir? Be like David Spade and Coneheads at the end of that movie. What's worse, The Village or The Visit? Both suck. Super Palmer. I don't know what happened to the video. I thought I did a commentary and it's still up, but you see, it's not. I think I have the review on Odyssey, that channel. If you're talking about the review, that's for the commentary. Thought the commentary was still up. Check real quick before my phone screws up again. Yeah, the commentary is still up from 3 months ago. So I did do a live commentary. Like you said, reaction, the commentary is up. It's up, man. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had someone come by and let me know that there's a pond over there. I mentioned this before in the video that there's gators, and just let me know, thankfully it's far away, but don't go near there because there's gators. So alligators, that is. But that's that's how it goes in Texas. Sometimes there's gators, sometimes there's snakes, sometimes there's stuff of that nature. It's like I don't go over there anyway. I don't go over that pond anyway. So thankfully it's far enough away from me. But I'm not Bayou Billy. I'm not going to try to fight a gator. No, I do not have gator pets. No, I mess with them. I'm not Bayou Billy. I'm not Crocodile Dundee. Not one of them. As long as they're not around me, I don't care. To be perfectly honest, just don't be around me, and I don't care. Weird laser sounds. Cool. Have to double check to see. Okay, just making sure. All right. So how's everyone doing now? I'm back for a bit more. How's everyone doing? Oh yeah, I was saying someone's asked me about Welcome to Raccoon City. I do have a commentary on the channel still. I don't know if that person's here, but that's the link to it. Person who has to be about reaction to Welcome to Raccoon City. Okay. Ryan, I don't do those kind of videos anymore. YouTube don't like those kind of videos. They look at it as bullying. Hey there, Frame by Frame. Hope you're doing well, man. What you doing, Frame by Frame? What's up? Okay. Sorry. It's notifications. Get the hell out of here. Damn notifications. Far in your face. Stupid notifications. These notifications that tell you nothing. It's just like, well, we need these notifications to accomplish something. Yeah, you're accomplishing annoying the piss out of me. Leave me alone, you notifications. You don't send people the right notifications, you send people notifications they don't want. Just like everything. You get stuff you don't want, and then the stuff you do want, you don't get. It's like YouTube. Hey, do you want the messaging where you can message people? No, we get rid of that. Oh, do you want when you do a live stream a next to the thing called star where you just star important comments you remember to discuss them during the show? No, I don't need that. Fabio's review of the North Bend, it was funny. Uh, I guess he's going to check out Bo is Afraid. Good luck with them. I think that's where I wrote. Good luck with that. It was funny. It was a funny video. No problem, Sage. I think I reviewed Color Out of Space. I believe I did. Yeah, I believe I did. What color tux are you wearing to my cousin's wedding? Um, now I'm gonna go there in my underwear and then get a date and get a lap dance. Be like Wedding Crashers. Are there any slasher films made in Britain? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm sure there are. Maybe don't open until Christmas, but that's a lame one. Favorite color? Red. That's an easy answer. Favorite color, red. Red is dead. Red. Red is dead. Sorry to hear that, Scott. Wish you the best, man. Wishing you and your dad the best. Ari Aster is a terrible director. He's made 3 films, and I don't like any of them. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. No, I'm not interested in Indiana Jones 5. I don't know why anyone would. Sniper, good Tom Berenger film. Hey, Perfect Face. Not sure you've been on here before, but I'm doing okay. How you been? Which has been talking about a variety of topics, movie news, random questions, things of that nature. Day of the Young, and I disagree. I don't know what about that trailer looked good. Harrison Ford put on a CGI body for most of it. Marco Enzio, no, that's fine. Maybe I can get a freebie. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Hey, if my eyes are closed, a mouth feels like a mouth. So, hey, if you're standing there and your eyes are closed and you feel a mouth, it could be the same. If I don't see it, I just feel it, then it's all good. I didn't say anything about Beau is Afraid. I already did a review of it. Yeah, Scotty, wishing your dad the best. Drew Marco, I absolutely agree with you. Favorite Dan DeVito movie? Probably Twins. Favorite horror movie that takes place in a hospital that isn't a slasher? Well, what other horror movies takes place in a hospital? Because the only ones I can think of are ones that are slashers. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but I've gotten no requests for it, and I have other requests to get to, so there you go. But glad you enjoyed it. Favorite Halloween 2 kill? Probably the needle next to the eye. I'll go with that one. Yeah, Peter Cushing, the one he did with Christopher Lee, Horror Express. Horror Express, I recommend. With him and Christopher Lee, where they're on the same side in this horror murder mystery on a train, and a person can jump from body to body. I would say like the theme, but it doesn't have the effects of the theme or the hidden. It's kind of like the theme, the hidden, but there's no big effects. It's like a 60s, 70s movie. But do I have Halloween 2 on 4K? No, I don't. No, I never reviewed Matinee. I barely remember the film, to be honest. Favorite Steve James movie? American Ninja 2. My second and third favorite American Civil War movies? I don't know. I mean, I can watch Dances with Wolves and I can watch Hostiles, but I do think Glory is easily the best one. Primarily because I haven't bought any Blu-rays. It's kind of hard to do a Blu-ray update if you haven't bought anything. I haven't bought anything. I bought like one thing in the past, in this entire year, actually. Probably bought one thing. So, okay, Dave the Youngin, you don't have to yell or scream. You don't have to type in all caps. Don't have to do that. And also, you've never seen any of the Indiana Jones films, but you're going to see a part five, but you haven't seen the first four. Why? Why are you seeing a part five if you haven't seen the first four? Hey, Neopunk. Backdraft I like. It's a good movie. I like Bat 21, Gene Hackman and Danny Glover. I like it. Pretty decent movie, mainly for the actors. Thank you, Ryan. Glad you enjoyed it. Hey there, Wanda Waz and Neil Punk. Sorry I didn't say hi yet. Yeah, I remember the film Lamb. I reviewed Air America. It's there, Jesse, but I reviewed that on the channel. It's funny, like there's a guy that I mean he's a nice guy, but he's like, "Hey Matt, are you don't do my review?" I'm like, "I did 9 days ago." It was at Detective Night Road. So if you do see this, dude, you wanted me to review Detective Night Road, the Bruce Willis film? I'm like, I did, dude. I reviewed it like 9 days ago, almost 10 days ago now. So my favorite band is AC/DC. Peter Pan and Wendy. Are you really that surprised that's what the movie was? Oh, thank you, Jason Neal. I appreciate it. The best flood related movie? I like Hard Rain with Christian Slater. I liked The Impossible with Ewan McGregor. Neil Punk, I'm actually going to go with The Sword and Sorcerer. Hey, Stuntman Mark, how you doing, man? How's it going? How you doing, sir? Lauren Avedon movies. I mean, he actually commented in one of my videos a long time ago, the Teen of the Kickboxers review. He was very nice about it. It was many years ago, but that was really cool. No, I don't think Waterworld is that bad. The Postman is, but not Waterworld. Fair World War II films. I don't know. I have to see a list to get a better answer. Yeah, The Challenge is a good one. Underrated one by Scott. Scott Glenn is in it. Pretty decent movie. Thank you, Jason Neal. I appreciate it. Do you think they should remake Three Ninjas? No, you should not remake anything, let alone Three Ninjas. Three trans ninjas over a mega fountain. The fountain's just a giant dick spewing water. And instead of ninja garb, they just wear panties over their heads. Son, you got a panty on your head. Yeah, I've seen Whiplash. I reviewed it. I liked it, especially the acting. Stream Justice is so-so. Indiana Jones 5 is not going to make $1 billion. Okay, Premiere, feel free, man. That's cool, Jeremy Power. Yeah, I rarely get on Instagram. I really am on there because it's the only way to talk to Uncle Bill for when we do our. So Stelman Mark, apparently we're doing the news thing tomorrow, 9 p.m. on their channel. And Stelman, if you want to come on, let me know. I'll probably be on for another half an hour or so or more. Oh yeah, okay, it is on Odyssey. Cool. Thank you, man. Yeah. YouTube was iffy for a bit, so I just put it on there. So at least it's still available for people to see. But yeah, I made one on that on Odyssey, so the reviews will go to Odyssey. I'll still post a lot here, but sometimes some will be on there because YouTube is iffy on stuff. The writer strike, there's always been writer strikes. Every couple years is another writer strike. So the more things change, the more they stay the same. The writer strike will be done in probably a month or so, and then they'll be back to business as usual, and then give it a couple years, there'll be another writer strike. It's not like their scripts have been that great lately. I would love for Hollywood to take a break so it doesn't affect me in my life. Oh, poor, wow, the people that, are writing all these woke modern stuff about how, Superman needs another testicle or something, or, Green Lantern needs to carry, I don't know, some dildos in his lantern now to light the way for transgressions of transmissives, of transsexuals. I don't care. Beetlejuice 2 is stupid. It's a stupid, dumb fucking thing. But thank you, frame by frame. I appreciate it. Stupid shit. Like I said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's just how it is. With the stuff that you've seen written in comics and stuff, would you really be that surprised if anything like that would be done? Come on now. Would anyone really be surprised with how they write stuff nowadays? As if I type right. It's also on Transformers 6. Like, I care about another Transformers film. When was the last Transformers film that any of you people liked? Seriously. What was the last Transformers film that anybody liked? Anybody? Seriously. Age of Extinction. What? That was like one of the worst Transformer films. When was the last time I had Mellow Yellow? I don't know. Let me think. When was the last time I had Mellow Yellow? Not sure. Hmm. I don't remember. This has the maximums. They've all had Optimus Prime, so why is that special? They've all had Optimus Prime. Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you. No, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, sometimes I don't drink this. Sometimes I'm drinking water. Sometimes I'm drinking Mountain Dew Code Red. So sometimes I'm drinking other stuff. So it's cool. I'm just having fun. It's empty. Like Dolph Lundgren. It's empty. It's empty. But again, I'm just having fun. With the way the world is today, no problem having fun. Baja Blast. I might have had that once. I didn't see Bumblebee Tuna. Did not see Bumblebee Tuna. Didn't care. It had John Cena in it, and it's a Transformers movie. Two reasons why I don't want to see it. I don't really watch my old rants, so I don't really have much to say about them. I don't watch them. Do I like ginger ale? No, not really. Well, DJ Donnelly, I don't really buy popcorn anymore, so I wouldn't really. Yeah, they get stuck in my teeth too much, so I don't really eat popcorn anymore. The kernels get too tough. If you bite them accidentally, it could really screw you up, and then the kernels just get in your teeth. Uh, well, I mean, I've talked about Alien 3, Jedi. I'm not sure what you mean, like a commentary or of Alien 3, or frame by frame. Beau is afraid because it's 3 hours long. I like the soundtrack to the '80s Transformers movie, and the cartoon back in the day is fun to watch. But I think the first movie has its moments, but well, Jedi, I don't know what to tell you. No one's requested it. Once upon a time in America, nah, not interested in it. Maybe people consider it the best Transformers movie. You mean, are they the same people that consider Prey as the best Predator movie? Nah, I'll pass. That's the thing. I don't care what the majority say, because I have my own opinion. It's like when Avatar came out and it was the best movie ever. I'm like, whatever. I don't think so. I think it sucks. Hey there, Kevin. Perfect Face, I did see that trailer. It looked stupid. It looked dumb. It looked like a waste of time. The Maid 2 looked stupid. I don't watch a lot of trailers nowadays, but that's one I did watch and it just looked really fucking stupid. Governor, no, unless it's a paid request. I don't even. I didn't even watch much of Star Trek Next Generation, so I don't really care to watch Picard. Well, to you, I think Avatar sucks. Beetlejuice 2, it's not needed. You don't need a Beetlejuice 2. Bobby, how you don't do a commentary in a theater? Can you explain that to me, man? How you don't do a commentary in a theater? Premiere, I did a whole video talk about why I didn't like Titanic. I literally did a whole video, I think titled that. Just feel free to watch that video, man. Again, I did a video entitled Why I Don't Like Titanic. Favorite Shia LaBeouf movie? I don't know. I like Disturbia. I like Eagle Eye. I like Indiana Jones 4. I like all of them. So all three of those. So I don't know which would be my favorite. That's true. The ending was predictable. I agree with that. I do agree with that. It was predictable ending. Favorite Harrison Ford movie? Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well, James Cameron got divorced by Linda Hamilton, and she took his balls in the divorce. That's what happened. Took his balls in the divorce. Neopunk. It depends how much it would be. I mean, a commentary. That movie's like over 3 hours long. Favorite non-aliens and Terminator Michael Bean movie? The Abyss. Well, I would say The Rock, but he's in it for a little bit. Or The Abyss. Yeah, 3 hours and 15 minutes. That's a long sit. That's a long ass sit. A long sit. And the thing with video commentators, there's a lot of dead spaces because I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. Uh, yeah, Joseph, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get to it when I can, but yeah, that's fine. No, I've not seen Infinity Pool. Actually, you see this getting a bit slow. I think as it gets darker, the phone tries to compensate. So let me turn on the light so that there isn't this sort of slow mo thing. So bear with me on it. That's I'm going to turn on the light here. I think because it's getting darker, it's compensating for it. There we go. See, now it's a little bit smoother. So yeah. Yeah, but I actually like Casino. If it's a movie you like, then it's fine. But if it's a movie you don't like, then yeah, over 3 hours is almost torture. Just like Beau was Afraid was, with a damn penis monster in it. I'm sorry, someone didn't want me to spoil it. I won't say any more. No, I didn't see The Irishman. Didn't see Dark Danger with Jessica Alba, so I can't say anything about it. The Wolf of Wall Street I actually like, and I don't feel the running time at all. I don't think it's a 3 hour movie. Is it? I don't remember it being that long. Wolf of Wall Street. How long is the Wolf of Wall Street? I don't remember it being that long. Let's see. I guess it is. Huh. Well, yeah, that's the film I liked. I didn't feel it. I really enjoyed it. I didn't feel like it was 3 hours. I don't remember it being that long, but that shows a good movie that I could see that it went by quick. You need to get back to watching 24. I didn't think I would get back to it. When did I start? Yeah, but Starface and Casino are actual good movies. If it's a good movie, then fine. Yeah, that's true. They do. So it's not that I don't like long movies. I don't like long, boring as hell, overrated, pretentious movies. And a lot of movies today are that because everyone thinks they're Martin Scorsese, and rarely any of them are. Just people are full of shit. A lot of people are full of shit. Shit your request. What requests? Great. And my internet doesn't wants to go slow. Infinity Pool. I want to watch Infinity Pool. Fucking 2 hour movie, Infinity Pool. Great. Watch the goddamn Infinity Pool, man. Probably a bullshit movie. Or another bullshit, pretentious fucking movie. All right, I'll get to it when I can. Another one of those bullshit, pretentious as fuck movies that people think their goddamn farts smell like roses or Skittles. God damn it. Even the poster was pretentious as fuck. The poster was pretentious as fuck. Bunch of people barely in a fucking pool. Well, I'll get to when. Oh, oh, great. Alexander Skarsgård. What a great actor. He stars in it. Star of that classic movie, The Northman. Fucking great. That piece of shit movie. And didn't he do Godzilla vs. Kong as well? He was in Straw Dogs remake, Legend of Tarzan, Godzilla vs. Kong, or Northman. Has he ever been in a good movie? Has he ever been in a good fucking movie? Straw Dogs remake, Legend of Tarzan, Godzilla vs. Kong, The Northman. So great. Every fucking film he's been in has sucked. Well, I'll get to that when I can, man. Thank you. I appreciate it frame by frame. Sincerely, thank you for that. It may take a bit, but I will get to it as soon as I can, man. Thank you. We'll get to it when I can. Thank you, man. Well, thank you, Bobby. Just a fun random question. I know there's no phones and cameras in theaters. Just have an invisible camera. It can only capture your voice and other sounds it doesn't catch. Uh, I mean, with that, then why not just do it at home, like in a comfortable chair where you could pause, go to the bathroom, do whatever you want in the comfy of your own home. I would say then what would be the point? Because in a theater, people would hear you and they would get pissed at you and tell you to shut up. And I'm like, well, why don't I just relax in my home with this chair from 1972 and just that way I could, I don't know, get off to take a piss. I could play with my dick if I want, or juggle the balls. I could roll them around like a hula hoop, wrap around the dick around my hand like a wristwatch. Here it is right there. No, just a wrist. Calm down, people. I could try it now. I'm just kidding. And yeah, just get a snack if I want, get another meal if I want. I would just want to do it at home, do a commentary that would prefer and make more sense. So, Marco, by the way, you mentioned your cousin is gay. Is that true, or did he just say that? I'm just asking because does he get a lot of crap from people, or I don't know why. I was just curious. Almost said I was just kidding. I was just curious if people give him crap. Does it seem to be a basis for a lot of things that the perspective. What are your thoughts on modern day horror films like Beau is Afraid or Midsommar or Infinity Pool? Well, I mean, I haven't seen Infinity Pool, of course, but Pretentious, smelling their own farts, where they could show random scenes and you figure it out, and you get a golf clap because you figure it out, and pseudo intellectuals who think they're smarter than other people, so they have an air of superiority. And they go, well, yes, this is our film, so we get it. You're too stupid to not get it. So this is made for us because we're so much on the evolution ladder than you, because you don't get it. This is the most intellectually best movie ever. You just like dumb popcorn monster movies like Tremors and Graveyard Shift and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'll stick with those movies. And I find a couple people that seem to agree. So yeah, you could keep those, and I'll keep these, and go from there. But thank you, frame by frame. Yeah, it's like pseudo intellectuals that view an air of superiority. At least that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like to them. No, Wolf of Wall Street's 3 hours. I looked at the running time. Fair Bernard Herrmann score. I don't. Uh, I mean, Psycho is like the usual, but I have to see a list of what he's done. So I guess I'll go with Psycho. But yeah, and thank you, frame by frame. I appreciate it. And thank you, Bobby. And yeah, thanks to the people who sent in super chats. I appreciate it. Didn't see Black Mass, or did I? Or am I thinking of maybe I did see it, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, I don't think I saw that one. I think I'm thinking of the movie Blow. I think. Do you think directors like Jordan Peele have kind of popularized the genre intellectual social horror? I don't know if it was Jordan Peele, I think it was A24. Really? No, it has. It's about the cocaine. Yeah, I know. Blow is about the cocaine industry with Johnny Depp and Paul Rubens, who was Pee Wee Herman. He was in it as well. No, I've never had a Laserdisc player.
What's up, everybody?
So, do you like Blow? The cocaine?
I've never tried cocaine personally, but no,
It's a hell of a drug.
that's what I hear. The movie is fine. It's been a while since I've seen it. I know most people always call it like the poor man's Goodfellas, but like it's fine. I don't have an issue with it at all. There's a lot worse you could be watching with Johnny Depp starring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those out here, yeah, I guess tomorrow we'll be on Dip Hits channel. I guess no news is good news.
That's
so
right.
we'll be talking about the news and stuff. Which I tried the best I can to find stuff, so I have some. So
yeah, it's not a whole lot of stuff out really in terms of news. There is quite a
Beetlejuice 2.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, there's quite a bit that's not horror related, which I don't know if he's ever specified if that's what we needed to do. That's just always what I assumed. But yeah, as far as like non horror stuff, there's a lot actually. I was just looking at Young Guns. I don't know if you saw that. Estevez says there might be 3 more movies. I know you're a big fan. How do you feel about that?
You only needed one movie, and one movie is good enough. It didn't even need a second one, let alone a 3, a 4, and a 5. I mean, he died at the end of the first one via verbal acknowledgement. And then everybody else died at the end of the second one, except him as an old man. Why? What else would you do with young guns? They're not young anymore.
That's what he said in the interview. He's like, we're not young anymore, so we'll change the title. But he says there's still we got a really good draft of the screenplay, so we're gonna go with that. But I'm like, I don't know, man. Like that, how would you market something like that? Like, what's up, Max Payne fan? What's up, Pred? Everybody in the chat. How would you market something like that? The fans of the original 2 movies, like, they're probably not going to want to see more of that. Unless they're like diehard fans, like Young Guns is like their thing. It's like their favorite thing of all time, maybe.
Rusty Guns.
Yeah, there you go. But like the modern
Rusty
day
Guns,
audience, who's going to see that? Like, who's going to check out Young Guns 3 or Old Guns or whatever you're going to call it? I don't know how you market that movie. That's my thing.
Blank guns. They're shooting blanks now.
Yeah.
They're in the retirement home shooting blanks to that music. You know. They're literally going down with a heart attack with a blaze of glory. I'm gonna fight you with some wheelchairs. Because we're old guns. Old fucks. Fucking stupid, man. Fucking dumb.
Yeah. That's Hollywood, though.
I mean, people were just saying hi, hey, all to back. Oh, you know what's funny? I just mentioned the other day. I mean, the other day I got a request to watch a pretty terrible comedy. I don't know if you remember that movie Rocket Man with Harlan Williams.
Vaguely.
Like, you know who was in it for a little bit?
Who?
Deputy Kirsch. That actor.
Wow, well, that's a ringing endorsement right there. Now I got to check it out.
He's there for like 5 minutes, play another like head boss, but yeah.
He's still Deputy an asshole or what?
He's there like 5 minutes, so not enough to make an opinion.
Okay.
Oh, the other thing, which I'm I'll mention now. We'll mention tomorrow as well.
Hmm.
Apparently, that title is The Exorcist Believer. Apparently, that is the title. And apparently had a bad test screening in New York, saying it's too long and not steery.
Well, I mean, didn't they learn their lesson from the Halloween trilogy? I mean, that's kind of like the writing on the wall anyway. Like, I think
The
David Gordon
Exorcist
Green can,
Believer.
right, like Gordon Green can do stuff that looks fine, like it, but the thing is like with the Halloween trilogy, we should have known they couldn't even come up with good titles. Halloween Kills, Ends, the titles weren't even good. You expect the movie to be good? Like, I don't know. It's the same here with the Exorcist stuff. So it's not surprising with the test screening reactions. I I figured.
Someone's mentioned nice Jaws poster, really only amazing shark movie. That's all. Is that green screen?
Yeah. Oh, I did see.
Okay.
Sorry, Pred, I didn't get back to you. I saw your comment. Yeah, like I never do my real area. Like I never do the real thing. So everybody out there, this is hold on. Maybe if I get close enough, can you see that? Like the green kind of effect
No.
on my hand? No, you can see it a little bit. It's like
Yeah.
it discolors. You can kind of see the effect wear off as I get closer to it. But yeah, I never do the actual like, backgrounds of my stuff. Yeah, I always change them
And
up.
okay. Yeah, I know you're doing that on the X-Files stuff, so that was really cool.
Hmm.
And then I know that was it the May 2 trailer with Jason Statham came out.
Unfortunately, it did. Yeah, I'll skip that. I'm good. I think we actually talked about the Meg, the first one, last time I was on. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect anything from the first one. Same with this. It's just whatever. So yeah,
Real quick, like Joseph's asking, have you seen Dark Glasses by Dario Argento?
I have. Um, what can I say
That's
about
it.
that
No
one?
more. Yes.
Yeah,
Go
it.
ahead, man.
So like, I mean, it doesn't really have a real feel of the old school Argento stuff. It it's really plotting. It's not necessarily slow because there is stuff happening, but the stuff that does happen isn't really all that interesting. And you watch Argento movies for a certain reason, and that reason is not represented in the film whatsoever. I think I remember I might get his name wrong, so I'm not even gonna say it. I'll probably butcher it anyway. One of his Italian writing partners that he always wrote with, and some of his best work was written with this guy. They wrote this script for Dark Glasses, but apparently Argento said it got shelved for some reason. So it had been sitting on the shelf for years. Who knows, maybe decades. I don't know how long exactly, but it's like they didn't like polish the script or anything. It's like they just took it out the drawer and they're like, all right, here you go. That's like the best way I can describe it. Like the feel of it is really paid requests. No, I don't. I probably should start though. No paid requests. But maybe I'll do that. I don't know, Matt. Maybe I'll have you help me out with setting all that stuff up one day.
Uh, really just PayPal. If you have a PayPal,
Yeah, I haven't used it in
a lot
like
of time
uh,
you can get a link, and then people, if
mm,
they want to.
cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. But yeah, anyway, Dark Glasses though, if you're wanting to see more Argento stuff just for the hell of it, watch it. But you're not really missing anything. I mean, I'd recommend something from the 70s or 80s. He's done much better work back then. So yeah, I don't
Mhm.
think he's as self-aware anymore. I mean, the guy's like what in his 80s or something. I mean, which is not necessarily an excuse because you got guys like Clint Eastwood like still pumping out stuff, and he's damn near like 100. So Yeah, it is disappointing, but not the worst movie that he's ever made for sure.
Video Master 24, like the first season. Maybe one time I said I saw it, but that was like 15 years ago. So I don't remember much about it, and I didn't see the rest. I know they want to reboot that, I'm sure, like everything.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see what else is there. It's like all stuff that I'm thinking of is like stuff I would say tomorrow, but I'll just say it here just for fuck of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Blade reboot being on pause, so I mentioned that.
Yeah.
And that was the director had left, and then they want to make it PG-13, and this Blade should be PG-13. That's how it goes.
That movie's been through so many delays I can't even count. Like, and there's always a post online about there's problems with the script and they can't get it to work. And I know they just brought some other guys in for like a rewrite or something, but now it's on pause. Of course, the writer strike. So, but I think they're probably delaying it so much because they can't figure out how to make it without blood. That's what they're trying to figure out. And Disney's not gonna do that. Like, so hopefully it doesn't happen. Honestly, I don't want to see it. I mean, I think we got good Blade movies, and if we do it under that umbrella, their formula for how they make movies, unless you get a really talented guy in there who really cares about the material and knows what he's doing, I don't see that working. I mean, it's all ruled by an iron
Yeah, but
fist. I
with
mean,
Marvel and Disney, you think that he would have the control?
depending on who it is, yeah. I mean, if he's big enough, like some guys that they do let in and like they kind of carry it in their own direction, much like the Russos. If you've ever listened to the commentary, I like those guys, but they're a little arrogant. I think it was on Winter Soldier. He's like, we're big fans of movies like that Michael Mann does and like the old school Cameron stuff. And he's like, we especially love Heat. But he's like, I think we topped Heat with this movie. I think that was Winter Soldier. But I'm like, man, that's really bold. You guys are great directors, but damn, that's bold and a little arrogant.
I like Winter Soldier, but I don't think it topped Heat.
No.
It's just my opinion on it. Fuck. Just real quick, there's people having questions for you.
Oh, cool.
So you better get ready.
I'm ready.
How many times have you had sex in the past year? No, I'm just kidding. Mark, have you ever seen Piranha 1978 film?
Yes, I own it. Good movie.
And then someone was asking, Stumman, have you seen Beau is Afraid?
I have not seen it yet. I will, but just not yet.
Sadly, I have.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
you kind of went in maybe slightly biased, maybe just a little. I know you don't like Ari Aster, so like.
I did go in bias with Creed 3, but I did end up liking that. And this was just.
Okay.
I guess I can't spoil it, but penis monsters.
Sounds awesome. Or like a Kevin Smith movie. But no, wait. So with Creed 3, that was Michael B. Jordan, right? Didn't he direct that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And who did was Coogler did the first two, right?
He did the first one.
The first one. Who did
I forget who did the second one.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember either.
But Creed 3 I liked. So for people say that I can never change my mind, Creed 3 I liked.
Cool.
Bull's Afraid I thought ate my ass. Fucking Joaquin fans walk around mopey having mommy issues for 3 fucking hours. And a goddamn penis monster. But hey, Michael, hope you're doing well. Neil Punt's asking, Mark, what is your favorite vampire movie?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, we were
The
just talking
Forsaken.
about Blade. Oh God, the Forsaken. Um, yeah, maybe Blade. I mean, I'm trying to think about other ones. I do like John Carpenter's Vampires, which is kind of odd
There's
because they're very similar. It's like a team hunting
yeah.
vampires in a way. Um, came out the same year too, I think.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, I
Fright
could
Night, The
never
Lost
narrow.
Boys.
Yeah, there you go. See, like I could never narrow down like a specific favorite. I just like so many.
Mhm.
I which leads me back to another thing. Like I heard you talking about Skarsgård. You were talking about Alexander Skarsgård, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm like,
did
yeah,
did you watch True
go ahead.
Blood? I'm guessing you never saw True Blood.
Mm-mm. I've
Okay,
heard of it. I haven't seen it, the show.
I was a big fan of the show. Um,
Okay.
but movie wise, I couldn't think of anything that I've seen him in that I really liked. Um, but at this point, I like him more than Bill Skarsgård. Like, I just, I don't, I mean, he clearly must have the better agent because it's not acting ability. That guy pops up in everything. Like, I did not care for him in John Wick 4. Um, his performance as Pennywise was mediocre at best. Oh, what's up, Uncle Bill?
Alexander, I
Yeah,
guess,
that was
which I haven't
Alexander.
seen. So,
I completely forgot about Infinity Pool. He was in that. I did like that, so I guess there's one. Um, yeah, I think the just like the pool of stuff that, no pun intended, the pool of stuff that I've seen him show up in isn't that big. So maybe maybe that's what it is.
Uncle Bill is in the chat house. How you doing, sir? Uh, we'll be seeing you tomorrow. I know you guys. I think half an hour they're doing a show on a guy like he has like a lot of props and stuff. I guess
That's right.
so.
That's right. Yeah.
So this is actually my agent. He handles all my stuff. He's the guy who works behind the scenes in the Rambo Raft for Life
Yeah.
store. He's a guy. He's every YouTuber needs a manager,
Hmm.
and he's mine. He handles all the chicks. Some
Yeah.
with chicks with dicks. He handles all of them. Gets them in the room
Yeah.
that needs to. Pays the money and
They
finances.
gotta go through
Um,
me first if they want to get to Matt. That's how it works.
exactly. But and yes, Uncle Bill. Uh, actually, why he didn't ask this. I did see Bo is Afraid. I think just we mentioned that before, where he's like, I don't know. He likes Ari Aster more than me, but he's like, I don't know, it's 3 hours, man. So sadly, I didn't see it. And God damn it. But I will spoil it for people. But before there's others for Mark, actually for both of us, favorite non-Rocky boxing movie. His is Digstown with James Woods and Louis Gossett Jr. Not boxing movie, but it's not a Rocky film. Favorite.
Raging Bull.
Let's see, boxing movie that's not Rocky.
Teen Wolf 2.
I do. Hmm?
I was just fucking around. I said Teen Wolf 2.
Oh, man. I do like Digstown. I do like Southpaw with Jay Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Uh, Another good one is what's that? Gladiator from the '90s with Cuba Gooding Jr. That's a pretty good one as well.
Right.
And I forget the other guy's name. I think Brian Dennehy is in it. I
Mhm.
do like that Gladiator as well. So that's a few. And then another for stuntmen. Have you seen the MonsterVerse films and thoughts on them? So I guess like the Godzillas, the King Kongs, the new stuff.
The
of
newer
the
stuff,
yeah.
not as much. What's the last one I saw? It's been a while. Probably wasn't there one with Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, that was the Godzilla 2014. That was the
I
one that
think
started the new.
I think that was the only one that I've seen, and that was probably for the better. I've heard mixed things on all the rest of them, so yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
that's the
about
one
that
where
either.
Brian dies before Godzilla's even in the movie. He did a lot of cock teasing on Godzilla. You don't see him, then it cuts away. You don't see him, it cuts away. He's gonna fight, it cuts away.
Yeah, I saw that once.
Cock,
Haven't went back to
cock
it.
teasilla. Mark, someone's asking Mark, which X Files character do you prefer, Mulder, Scully, or Doggett?
Ooh. Uh,
Kirsch.
well, he's not an option. Um, Probably Mulder. Doggett's obviously the close second. So maybe if he had been around longer, I might say him.
Yeah, I agree with Michael. Of the MonsterVerse, I would recommend Consco Island.
Okay.
It's got Tom Hiddleston. It's got John Goodman, Samuel Jackson. Takes place in the 70s during Vietnam. Does have a reference to Cannibal Holocaust, weirdly enough.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. Wow.
You know the bit, maybe I shouldn't spoil it. Okay, you know the bit where they find the body that's like, and there's a thing down his throat in Cannibal Holocaust?
Mhm.
But there's a scene like that involving like a big creature that might be a spider type, and you know, like that's,
Okay. Hmm.
if you ever see it, you know, you people will know what I mean. But uh, that's actually pretty fast paced, and John C. Riley steals the show in that.
Okay.
He's
I'm
good.
I'm a fan of him. Okay. Cool. I'll check it out.
That's really the one I liked out of it. And plus, it takes place in the 70s, so it's got 70s soundtrack, of course, and
Nice.
takes place in the Vietnam era
Okay.
because it's before these other movies. So
Okay.
that's definitely worth a watch.
Gotcha. I will check that out.
And then Mark is, oh, another question from Mark. Did you ever see Day Shift with Jamie Foxx? That's the vampire action movie.
Yep. Cool movie. Very surprising. I was not expecting anything out of that. Um, yeah, good stuff. Damn, dude, what a shame about Jamie Foxx, man. Like now they're saying it was a stroke. So
Mm,
that's horrible. Hope he pulls through that.
yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, I agree. And I talked about this before because people were asking, and I'll mention it tomorrow. But like the Dolph Lundgren news was very sad,
Mm-hmm.
which you heard about.
Yeah.
You know, the 8 years of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Well, this sucks.
Yeah.
Uh, sorry, I just before I get to more, another thing is they do a sequel to Cliffhanger. They would mention that before, but it's just fucking.
Mm-hmm.
It's still crazy to me. And then I thought this was a funny story because we on with Uncle Bill. I think he
Mm-hmm.
was the one that brought up the Five Nights at Freddy's movie,
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
and the trailer got leaked,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guy who leaked it made a fucking apology, but you tell was not a sincere apology
Mm-hmm.
because apparently there was some website, and I guess randomly, I don't know how it works. They randomly pick people or something like that to go see the trailer and take a survey.
Mm-hmm.
I guess kind of their way of like a focus, focus group or something.
Well, that's a
Because
really bad idea. I mean, trailers are cut together to like entice the viewer, so it's always going to be probably some of the best scenes. And yeah, it's just cut footage. Like, how could you? Why would you test someone's opinion of that? Like, that's really weird. I know the test groups and test audience they have for like the actual film, but a trailer? That's weird. Is that like a new thing, or have they been doing that? I never heard of that.
it might be one of those things you just don't hear much about because they're supposed to sign an NDA,
Hmm.
and he did sign a non-disclosure agreement, and he broke it. So he's probably going to pay a shitload of money for it.
Yeah.
So good job to get a few views that people hate your ass. Good job. A lot of smart people. Fucking idiots. There's a lot of people out there just fucking idiots. I'll
Yeah.
speak for myself. Mark's a much nicer guy. I'll
I
speak
try
for
to be.
myself. Even the cat is whining about it. It's like he can't understand the stupidity of these people out here in this fucking world. Uh, Jedizilla, yes, I have seen Prince of Darkness. I did enjoy it with John Carpenter.
Hmm. Awesome. Love it. Great music. Amazing atmosphere like only Carpenter can do. Um, and the ending is one of my favorite final shots in pretty much any Carpenter movie. So the bit where he's touching the mirror with his finger to see if like his hand will go through or if he's actually still in like the situation from before, if it's all a dream. I love that sort of ambiguity as it like cuts to black very abruptly as his fingers like less than a centimeter away. It's like right there. It's really cool.
And a hooker comes out to give him a blowjob. But that'd be a different ending. That'd be Prince of Hornets.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, I did see the Made 2 trailer. So did Mark. I thought it sucked. I thought it was more the same CGI BS that all the actors probably like the last couple minutes of the movie, and not a fan. But that's just me. Oh, thank you, Treese Mason. Wow. Hope
Oh,
you're doing
cool.
better after recent bereavement. Oh, you mean the yeah, that was a while ago, but the cat passed away. Yeah, it happens. It just happens. It happens to everybody. So
Hmm.
I enjoyed Creed 3 as well. V daughter still the show, such a sweet. Oh yeah, she's really deaf in real life, and then she plays the character who's deaf, who's Michael B. Jordan's daughter character. Yeah,
Okay.
because the father has to talk with her in sign language, and I think she really is deaf in real life. So yeah, I didn't mind that bit.
Hmm.
I thought it actually kind of helped make me the character more likable, Michael B. Jordan's character, because that's my problem with the first two Creeds. He was unlikable. I thought he was more
Hmm.
likable, but the antagonist was more interesting, had a bit more dimension in him compared with some of the previous ones. But thank you, Treese Mason. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I like Creed 3 as well. For all these people that say you never change your mind, I'm like, just fucking did. You know, happened before. I thought World War Z would suck. I actually liked it. I thought White House Down would suck. I actually liked that movie. So
Hmm.
if nobody else does, oh well. I can only say my honest opinion. Hey there,
Yeah.
Victor. Um, yeah, a lot of people like, why do you like Creed 3? For the reasons I said in the review. Watch the review. I explained it. But I mean, like that's the funny thing is like there are people that get mad if I don't hate everything, but there are the people that get mad if I do hate everything. So I'm like, well, what do you... That's why I'm always just gonna be honest. Don't not
Oh,
gonna fucking lie.
your rants are so entertaining. I think that's one of the things. Like, they're fun to watch. I mean, I kind of get that. So, but yeah, it's always best to be honest, though, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. How did you manage to like World War Z and White House Down? Didn't the PG-13 rating bother you? Yes, but it didn't kill the movie for me. World War Z, I like Brad Pitt's performance. I never read the source materials, so I have no basis on it. I love the fast pace of the movie. It was like 7 minutes in, it just get started.
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of the ideas. For as many zombie movies, I never thought of putting big magazines on your arms to when people bite, they don't hit the skin, or it just went and just never stopped. It was a good roller coaster movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that with so many big budget movies, the ending's always the biggest, most bombastic. I actually like that they flipped it. It was the most quiet, trying to be
Yeah.
suspenseful. I thought that was a nice twist on things. That's one of the main things why I liked it. And it also had, Graveyard Shift star David Andrews in it.
Yep.
And then White House Down, I like Jamie Foxx in it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought James Woods was James Woods was in it, which was good. I forget the other actor who was the bad guy. I've seen him in a bunch of other stuff. I didn't mind Channing Tatum in it, and I thought it felt like a bigger budget compared to Olympus Has Fallen. And I like both movies, but
Mm-hmm.
I also like that the villains was actually American, so they made it a bit different than just the typical terrorists that are from a different country. So
Yeah.
I don't know, just there's other reasons why I like it. I don't want to get full in depth and bore people, but there's other reasons as well. Someone's asking, Mark, do you like action movies?
Yeah. So for me, it's always horror is like always my number one thing. But right behind that, as I've mentioned before, action and crime dramas like are right there. Like that's I love them. Like those are my favorite genres for sure.
And real quick, like, thank you once again, Chris Mason. Don't worry about it, mate. I enjoyed John Wick Trilogy, but I thought 4 was just too much. My friends all think I'm crazy, but whatever. Well, we'll be crazy together, Chris Mason. We'll be crazy together. I know, folks, they're unrealistic. I know, but it's like, the fourth time he's jumping out of a 4-story window and on a fucking car. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
when's he going to space with Vin Diesel? So when he's fighting Jason X, that'll be John Wick 5. He's in the underworld and he's fighting Jason X
Yeah.
to get
No,
back to life.
it's almost there. Um, I didn't
Halfway
hate
there, living on a prayer.
it, but like I did think like when I was watching it as like it got from the second act to the third act and even from the first to the second, I'm like, you know, how many people is he going to kill? Like, what's the end point here with this? Like, or how many people are going to die because of him? That's what I kept, and not like by his own hand, just inadvertently, like the people that are
Hmm.
around him or his friends or people that he deals with, like on and off. Like, it fatigue did set in with the fourth one a bit, I will admit.
Oh god, it's been a while since I've seen Death Wish 5.
I
Does he
like,
kill someone with a remote control car or something? Or something like remote
um,
control thing? Or maybe not.
I can't
I can't
remember,
I
but
can't remember. Or football or something?
it doesn't
Can't
he?
remember.
I think he kills somebody in like it's like a tub of acid or some shit, like, or is it like a lot of hot water or something?
I
it's
can't remember.
it's a crazy performance by Michael Parks. He is the best thing about it though. Like I will admit that. Like
That's what it was.
yeah.
I do. I do.
The soccer ball. Yeah, that's like the death in 4 when he kills Danny Trejo with like the wine bottle. but it's like a bomb or some shit. Like it's just crazy. Like,
That's what
yeah,
it
okay,
was.
acid, yeah. Um, yeah, like that whole movie was not as good as the fourth one. It's the weakest in the franchise, but I still enjoy it. I mean, it's got its moments. I always laugh when like there's like a big stunt and like Bronson can't do it because he's so fucking old at this point. And like you can clearly see it's like a stand-in or a double and so many of like the stunt scenes. But still somehow that makes it fun. I don't know why. I'm just crazy that way. Those movies can do no wrong in my opinion. I mean, straightforward formula and they're all time capsules, so that always helps. And all practical effects too, which I love.
Yeah. So real quickly, sorry, I do these because real quickly, I mean, I don't know if the guys on DipPit, if you'll see this when you use StreamYard, but they screwed around with it and did different stuff with it. Because there's a live, but then right next to it there's a thing called starred, and you click on it, and it's like, real quickly, I'll read that in a sec. You can star important comments so you remember to discuss them during the show. Auto star super chats, and I'm like, what the it's just a weird new thing. But so yeah, I don't know. Whenever they add something, there's always screw up. So I'm just waiting for the next screw up for that to happen. But thank you, Bobby. Rank those 4 movies. I actually do like all 4 of them. World War Z, Nope, Pain and Gain, and Creed 3. But World War Z I like more as an action movie, not as a horror movie, but I like it as an action movie. And then I'm a sucker for action. Would I consider Creed 3 to be a standalone? Sure. No one's requested Guardians 3. No one's requested Evil Dead Rise, which I'm sure Uncle Bill will be happy. Evil Dead Rise, I think, already now is on digital for
Oh
people to
wow.
see in HD. So that was quick. It made a lot of money, sadly, but that was quick.
Yeah.
Uh, what was I going to say? Yeah, I was going to say. I know Uncle Bill, you guys are doing that. By the way, Uncle Bill, you want to mention in the text your new episode coming out in about 10 minutes? Come here. They're doing a stream with a guy who's got, I guess, props and stuff. But let's see. I vaguely remember Wizard Magazine because that was back in the day when I did collect a few comics here and there, but not a whole lot. They
Yeah.
also had like casting, like dream casts of this movie or that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Vaguely remember it.
Yeah, same here. Rank the John
Was there
Wick
anything?
movies. Sorry, I was reading the
No, I
chat.
was saying on Wizard. Was there anything specific you remember about them? Like anything that sticks out?
Nothing that sticks out. Yeah, I think I was more into like Fango and like other stuff. Um, Hustler and I'm kidding. No, it's been a while though, dude. Like that's a real throwback, but I never had a lot of it though. Wizard magazine.
Playgirl, Debbie Does Dildos, all those magazines.
Yeah.
Chunky Asses that was in The Golden Child. I remember that magazine. How about Butt Pie or Butt
You
Cake? Bug with
you got
chicken.
those for the articles, I'm sure.
You say Chunky Asses? For those who've seen Golden Child, you know what I mean. But oh yeah, okay. Sashim was asking us to rank the John Wick films. I like the first 3. I don't like the 4th one. I mean,
I'd
2,
probably just
3,
go
1,
in
4.
order.
I'll go with 2, 3, 1, 4. I'll go with that ranking.
Yeah, I'll just go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And no, Max Payne fan. I've never played any MS DOS games. I didn't really have that stuff back in the day with the computer. I mean, I didn't have a. It was a family computer in the late '90s, and then if I played a game, it was probably like I think I played a little bit of Serious Sam and a little bit of Half Life and a few others, but not a whole lot. And no, not a lot of MS DOS stuff.
No, I didn't really either. I probably got in right when that was kind of fading out and like all the early CD-ROM stuff was coming in, like the side scroller Duke Nukem, and then of course the 3D version came out after Doom, the original on PC. Um, yeah, I got in pretty early, or I should say late, I guess, for the big boom of PC gaming because that's kind of where it took off a little bit more. Was when like games like Doom came out. I think I was just watching not too long ago Sudden Death, and somebody was playing Doom in the movie on the PC. Ah, the '90s though, what a time!
Hey there, I live again. One very nice guy on here, very supportive.
Cool.
I'm guessing you mean worst to best with that list, right, Sashim? I'm just kidding. That's worst to best right now. I'm just kidding. Uh, no, I didn't play much MS DOS games, so I can't say anything about that, man.
Favorite
Yeah, I
James
love the
Wan
90s as
movie?
well. Favorite James Wan movie? Go for it.
Um, Probably Death Sentence.
Ooh,
I think that
ooh.
one gets overlooked a lot. I'm a big Kevin Bacon fan, so probably that one. I mean, it is technically the real true sequel to Death Sentence. I mean, Death Wish. So probably that one, I'd say. I think it's his least successful movie, actually. But I still
Not
love it, though.
the not they slash them, which David Baker was there.
What a waste of talent.
ColecoVision. No, I never played ColecoVision. I
No.
played Atari. I had my Atari today, or back to the day, and then I went to Nintendo, then Super Nintendo. I never ColecoVision. I do remember it. I am playing this shit. You could keep it. And sorry, Samuel, never played. The only Grand Theft Auto I played was the third one. I never played any of them afterward.
Yeah, those are
And
fun.
sorry, Bobby, I've never heard of that song. Julie Ludite, Ludite, never heard of them or her or it. I don't know. I don't know. They slash them slash pronouns, synonyms, adjectives, whatever the fuck they are now. So I don't. I never heard any of them. So no, I haven't seen Quicksilver. I've heard of it Kevin Bacon. Never. I've heard of Quicksilver, but I haven't seen it with Kevin Bacon. It was the
Oh man,
1986 Kevin Bacon.
that's been a while. I forgot about that one. Wow. Yeah.
So did you ever see it?
I think I have. Um Trying to remember exactly what that one's about.
I know
Isn't
he's on a
Lawrence Fishburne in
bicycle.
that? Is that the right movie? I could be wrong.
Uh, I'd have to look it up
I might be getting the
because I
movies
haven't
mixed
seen
up
it.
with something else. We'll
Oh,
try.
okay. Yes, he is. I lived in one says yes. Lawrence Fishburne is in it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Been a long time. Long time. I remember liking it though.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's a business guy who loses everything, and he's now like he's on a bicycle delivering stuff, and
Hmm.
it kind of seemed like a little bit of what that movie later on, Premium Rush, was like, which I did like, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Premium Rush. But
Hmm.
I haven't seen Quicksilver. Um, I'm sorry, man. I haven't been on Messenger. I haven't been. I rarely go to Facebook, like once in a while, and then when I do, I'm on it for like 5 minutes total because it's like I'm so busy doing other stuff, I don't have time. So sorry, I haven't Will Simp. Yeah, don't get me started on Will Simp. And Jonathan Majors, I don't know if any of that happened was true, so I don't know the details on.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not, so I can't say anything. Don't know what the truth is. Could be a Johnny Depp situation, could not be. I do not know. Primary's asking favorite werewolf movie.
Um,
Howling, New Moon Rising.
the marsupials. Um, I
Cool
like
Deer.
I like Bad Moon a lot. Um,
Yeah. So do
that's
Michael Pare.
yep. American Werewolf in London. I like Dog Soldiers. Um,
Yeah, Dog Soldier would be my favorite, and I do like Silver
yeah,
Bullets.
yeah, that's a cool one. I'm a little biased towards Ginger Snaps just because I have a thing for Catherine Isabel. That's the only reason. So, um,
Very nice.
yeah.
Very cool. So Max Payne saying his favorite is American Wolf of London. I Live Again One saying his favorite is Dog Soldiers. Jesse mentioned Silver Bullet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did like Late Phases. That was a good werewolf movie. I did enjoy that one. Late
I forget
Phases.
about that. I have that one. That is pretty good.
Let's see. Oh, no problem, man. Go enjoy Evil Dead 2 with the kids for the first time. Okay.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay,
They liked
so
Rises though, right, Uncle Bill? I know you got to go, but I'm just curious. Didn't they like Rises
I thought you said they were laughing at it.
or Rise? I said Rises.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
Uh, well, I mean, you show them again because now it's all with the on digital,
yeah. There you go.
so you can buy it now. What did he say?
They have no taste. Well, I mean, you'll be their guiding light. They'll get all their taste from you.
All the
It's,
kids, I will laugh if the kids end up not liking it, and it's like, Dad, you did Evil Dead Rise.
yeah,
It's here on the TV. Do you buy that? We want to watch that now.
that would be the
It
best.
reminds me of that South Park episode where the like the kids are listening to music that the old people like, and they say it sounds like shit. So it's just a bunch of noises of farting. But if the parents hear it, there's none of that in there. So like the kids are watching Evil Dead 2, so they're visualizing just Bruce Campbell spitting shit. And then,
That's
for Uncle
awesome.
Bill's like, we talking Evil Dead 2? And then for Uncle Bill's like, he's watching Evil Dead Rise, it's just wood chipper filled with shit and fucking apartments filled with shit. They just fucking. It's like, or they fall asleep. I will laugh if like they're watching Evil Dead 2, the kids fall asleep. So Uncle Bill's just on the couch, just like, God damn it, they fell asleep. I'm just sitting here by myself, just watching.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
No, no problem. Even their rise got him. Dad, can we watch Stream 5 and 6 like the good old days? Yeah. And I did see Stream 6, so. And now to remind, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, I will be on Dead Pit's channel with Stem and Mark. No news is good news again. And I believe that's the case, 9 p.m. Central on your channel. Just want to make sure if I got that right. Feel free to stop on by. For those who want to see more, we'll be talking about the news, movie news, and so forth. There'll be Uncle Bill, me, and Stuntman Mark. He's like, yep, cool. So that'll be tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central on Dip Pit's channel. Sashim, that is from the X-Files episode, The Host, on Stuntman Mark. He had that when we were doing the X-Files streams on Dead Pit's channel. But that is from the episode The Host. That was the creature that was living in the sewers and such in the, forget which season of the X-Files. Was it season 2 or season 1, season 2? Season 2 or 3? I can't remember which season now. But yes, I have now. Yeah, well, I saw your message. So he's like, oh, you finally saw Stream 6. He's like, yeah, Sally, I have. So people know my thoughts on that now. I did see the trailer for the Arnold documentary. That's interesting. The Arnold documentary on Netflix. That'll be cool. I did see the trailer for that. Probably the only Arnold thing that's looked good in the past 10 years, but yeah, if you need to head out or anything, if something came up, I don't want to keep you.
No, just I got a phone call. Just needed to do something on an app to help somebody out, but I'm cool. I can hang out.
Cool. Damn, sorry guys. Let me go back up here. So good luck, Uncle Bill, on Evil Dead 2. Again, if your kids fall asleep, I have to remember to ask them tomorrow if that happens. Sashim was asking, I mentioned he liked the creature on your profile. That's, of course, from The Host, X-Files. Which season was that?
Season 2, episode 2.
Okay, see? Knew he knew. He knows more than me about it. Let's see. Watching Stream 6 tonight, good luck. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, good luck to that, Sashim. I would say don't do it, but you're doing it anyway. Matt and Mark, most overrated 90s movies? I don't know, that's tough. You'd have to like...
Yeah, that is...
Maybe like... Is it horror? Is it action? Is it anything in between? It's tough.
Yeah, that's a very broad question. Maybe if you narrowed it down to like genre and year, I could probably give some answers. But the whole decade, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Have you seen Law Abiding Citizen? Yeah, I've had. I liked it. Gerard Butler, Jamie Foxx, I liked it. How do you feel about it?
It was cool. I don't know why usually I go into quite a few movies of his and not expecting much, but most of the time does pretty good work. I mean, I didn't expect much from the Netflix movie he just did, and then like there was a few others like that one.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the trailer for Django Unchained, I thought was really like off-putting, and it didn't have that like thing that I wanted it to have. But when I watched it, I was like, okay, this is pretty entertaining. So I probably should stop doubting his movie choices.
By the way, did you see Stream 6?
Yeah, I saw that in the theater in 3D actually. I got dragged.
Didn't know it wasn't 3D.
Yeah, it was.
So, I know you talked about it, but I try to remember. Just my mind comes and goes. What was your feelings on Stream 666?
It's much like most slasher franchises. I wasn't expecting anything. Like, we're on Scream 6, a movie that probably shouldn't have gone past the first one. Even though I don't mind 2 and 3, but it was like Bill said, like Uncle Bill, like it was just kind of there. It didn't bother me. Um, Oddly enough, it didn't bother me as much as the fifth one, and I think it's because David Arquette wasn't in it. Now I'm a fan of Arquette, but they kill his character in such a shitty way in the fifth one. And he's just
Yeah,
cannon fodder like any other character. And it didn't do anything. It didn't up the stakes. I wasn't like, oh, anybody's gonna die. They're gonna kill Sydney. No, I never thought that. It's the cheap like uh gimmick thing to do to kill the legacy character to try to like, make people more afraid of who may or may not die, but it
yeah.
it was a waste. As far as 6 goes though, overall, it's just kind of there. Like I don't really have much of a firm opinion on 4, 5, or 6. Um in terms of like how much I like them. They're all just kind of there. And maybe one of them I might like more than the other. But for me, it's always about the original movie. And like I said, I can tolerate the other ones, the 2 and 3. They're fine. But yeah, it just
And
just came and went for me.
I'll get to your super chat in a moment. I live it in one. I have it here, but to piggyback on that,
Hmm.
I agree. Stream 5 is the worst one, especially for what they did with David Arquette.
Yeah.
But Stream 6, man, that movie makes no sense if you think about it for 5 minutes. Like, for example, spoilers for those who haven't seen Stream 6. Spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. The killers, right?
You mean all 5 of the killers that are in the movie? Yeah.
And then the 3 at the end.
Hmm.
One is a cop whose son was a killer, right?
That's right.
How does none of the cops go, by the way, Mr. Cop, your son was a killer before. Maybe there's a bit of suspicion.
Hmm.
You're the father of a killer. Just saying.
Yep.
And then a guy who dated our lead months, however the hell long it was in Scream 5,
Hmm.
never said once, I got a brother, I got a dad, I got a sister, here's a picture.
Yeah.
Not one time, like, hey, what's your dad? What's he look like? Nothing.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah. 6 was a lot of really just like, I know they're trying to build like a whole new trilogy out of like the thing with the two sisters, but
That who gives shits about.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's really hard to care about them. I just don't like, and to me, it's just they're just the stand-ins for characters that we do care about. So
Well, before I do this, he's asking them, and I do recommend a documentary called "You Cannot Kill David Arquette."
that was good.
Oh, you
That
did
was
see it?
really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he's trying getting back into wrestling, yeah,
Hmm.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
But just because of the recent Dolph Lundgren news, he's asking, "What are your guys' top 5 favorite Dolph Lundgren films?"
Uh, I could give you 5, but in no particular order.
Sure, go for it.
Um, so the Punisher would be in there.
Hmm.
Probably Red Scorpion. Universal Soldier. Um, maybe. God, I get them confused kind of. Some of the 90s stuff where he started to do so many. Do you remember Silent Trigger, right? Which one is that one?
Yeah. He's it's directed by Russell Mulcahy, who did Highlander. Him and his girl are at the top of a building
Okay.
watching someone,
Mm-hmm.
and Dolph's a sniper, and yeah, this
Yeah.
asshole security guard keeps messing with them, and
Mm-hmm. I really like that one. Would it make my top 5 though? Well, we got 3 of mine. You go ahead. I'm gonna look at a list of his movies just to get a better idea.
sure. Number one is I Come in Peace. That'll
How
always
did
be
I
my
forget
personal
that?
favorite.
That's in my top 5, so that's 4 for me.
Uh, it's hard to pick. I know in the top five somewhere. Where it would be 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm not sure, but I know I do like Rocky Four, but there's others I do for Dolph. I should say for Dolph. I do like Showdown Low Tokyo with Brandon Lee. I do like The Punisher. Universal Soldier would be in there, and then I really like Red Scorpion. I'll put Men of
Oh
War
yeah.
because it's such an underrated one. Men of War,
Mm-hmm.
written by John Sayles, uh, has a pretty good cast. Yeah, Men of War I think is his most underrated one, so I would put that in my top five.
Yeah. It'd be either that one or Silent Trigger. For me is my 5th one. The one that he did right after Men of War is one of your favorites, Matt. You know what it is.
Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Ah, yeah. Dolph Lundgren's character just killed by Flipper.
yeah.
But yeah, again, for me, it would be I Come in Pieces number one. Showdown
Mhm.
Low Tokyo, Universal Soldier, The Punisher, and Men of War would be somewhere in there. But thanks once again. I live again one, and yeah, some of the same. I live again one's list: one Showdown Low Tokyo, two would Come in Peace, three Men of War, four The Punisher, five Red Scorpion. Cool list. Uh, yeah, Showdown Low Tokyo is worth a look. Max Payne fan if you like action. It's from
Mhm.
the same director, the Commando. Really, just 80 minutes of full blown action. Brandon Lee is really good.
Yep.
Uh, no, Killer Clowns from Outer Space should not be a sequel. I think it's too late. It'd be too long in the tooth. There'd be a lot
Mhm.
of CGI additions. I don't think you need it. Just my opinion on
I agree. Same here. That's how I feel about most of these sequels that are coming up. Like, I have no faith in Beetlejuice 2, Heat 2, Cliffhanger 2, any
it.
part 2
Yeah.
to anything that came out like 20 years ago or 15 years ago, even. Like, when you get that far along, like, it's just best to leave it. Like, there's nothing wrong with just having one great movie. Like,
Mm-mm.
that's very rare where I've ever seen any movie where there's a sequel 15 years later or 20 years later where it's actually as good.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of love for Dolph. That's very cool. And sad to hear what happened to him. So wish him the best.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Getting those tumors under control. No, thank you. I live again one. I appreciate it. Yeah, Army of One I did like as well. I didn't ask for a Beetlejuice 2. I don't think anyone did. I've never heard anyone ask for Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. I don't think anyone asked you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I know like Burton's really obsessed with Jenna Ortega, so I mean, of course, she was going to be the star. Um, yeah, I could take it or leave it. Like, I mean, isn't Keaton like late 60s, almost 70 something, if not there already? That's, I mean, if he can pull that performance off again, that might be probably the best thing about the movie.
71.
Yeah. So, and like they'll probably start shooting later this year, maybe the beginning of
Have
next
you
year.
seen have you seen the trailers to The Flash and the way he's playing Batman?
I have.
This get nuts. Because, that was apparently a fucking catchphrase. I didn't know that, but I thought it was just a scene,
That's what
like a
I
bit
thought.
he said for a fake out to Jack
Mhm.
Nicholson's character to try to get him to shoot him in the chest because he had to, or to at least to take away attention and focus. And whatever, it doesn't matter. They don't care about that. The writers, the writers' strike. They don't give a shit about that stuff.
Lord
What are
Cosmo,
your
are you?
thoughts on the Flash?
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just
Lord
gonna say,
Cosmo.
yeah. Are you saying like acting wise, Jenna Ortega is okay, or looks wise, she's bottom of the barrel? Like, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Looks wise, I don't have a problem with her at all. She actually looks
Right.
very disturbingly like almost exactly like my last girlfriend, honestly. So that's so
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Of course, I don't have a problem with her there, but I'm just the way you type that.
Acting
I'm not
wise.
sure. Oh, acting wise, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind her in that Wednesday show, the bits that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I have not liked her in the Scream films, but I haven't liked anybody in those
Well,
later
yeah.
Scream films. So, but yeah, fuck the Flash. Fuck it. Flash your movie theater screens instead of watching the Flash. Yeah, I don't blame you, Patrick. You don't watch Extraction 2 instead. Sure, that'd probably be the better choice
Mm-hmm.
over the Flash. Yeah, I don't know how old Jenna Ortega is. She does look young. I
She's
don't know how
20
old she
years
is.
old,
Hmm.
so yeah,
Well,
she's really young. But
yeah,
I
fairly
mean,
young.
hey, 20 years old, nothing wrong with that. She's legal.
Yeah, at least you're not going up sniffing hair like certain people and loving their hair fetishes, but sniffing people like certain presidents.
Oh God.
Fuck it. Sniff their hair in front of everybody while everybody's taking pictures and footage. Is like, you know, and no one says anything or does anything. I just think,
Hilarious.
I know you don't talk about that stuff, and I don't really either. I just find that kind of ironic that, this guy does it right in front of everybody
Mm-hmm.
and no one says anything about it. Or very few. I'm like, all these reporters, you don't think that's a bit weird? But I don't know. I guess
Hey,
I'm not a reporter, so
that's that president privilege right there.
guess so. Uh, I'm not going to read some of these comments, but thank you
Yes,
guys.
I'm starting to see them as they come in. You guys are funny.
You sound like Arnold. That's very funny, Sully. That's one going to kill you last. You're very funny, chat. That one going to kill all you last.
He has the funniest accent ever. I can't help but laugh and stuff like Total Recall, like at the end where he's supposed to be dying, but he's like, I just can't help but fucking laugh. I have tears streaming down my face. It's so hilarious.
I love that film though. Total Recall,
Oh
classic.
yeah, one of my favorite Arnold movies for sure. Definitely.
Predator's asking Mark, do you
Mhm.
like any of the Underworld films?
I liked the first one, but it's been forever since I've seen it. Actually, a buddy of mine is like a really big fan of those. He's always begging me to go back and watch them, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I remember seeing the second one. I don't think I've seen anything past the second one. Well, no, I saw a little bit of the third one, like bits and pieces, but never the whole movie. Um, but the second one I thought was okay. The first one I liked the most, and the others I haven't seen, so I can't say. But I'll probably check them all out again at some point. I've wanted to for a while. So
So I'll probably be coming into a close because I'm at about 3.5 hours, but
oh yeah, I see
went
it.
by
Wow.
quick.
Yeah.
So, but great to have you on here, man.
Yeah, man.
Always fun, like always.
Oh yeah.
Again, we'll be on the Dead Pit channel tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central, talking about the news and such. So for those who want to come by there tomorrow, feel free. And did you have any stuff coming up you want to mention?
Um Not really. I'm gonna finish my video finally today and get it uploaded. So um other than that, I'll have a new video up just today. That's it. Oh well, I guess you talked about the stream, but then on Saturday, um I'll be on with Dead Pit. At least I think it's Saturday. I gotta check with CK. I think he posted it
Okay.
on the Discord. But yeah, it's a live commentary. Why he chose this movie, I have no idea. I'm like, dude, can we please do something else? It's survival of the dead. I'm like, God, like that has, you know what it is? It's probably a patron request. It has to be. That's the only way I could see him choosing that
I'm
because,
sure it is.
they do the whole like May of the Dead thing.
Yeah.
So I guess it kind of fits in line with that, but I'd rather watch like Day of the Dead or something or Dawn of the Dead. But it should be interesting. I mean, those are always better watching it with a group of people or at least, you know, somebody else anyway. So we'll see how it turns out. Probably be pretty fun.
Yeah, I think the one well, I think the few times I've done with them is two Ernest movies and I think Leprechaun.
That's right. We were all on the Leprechaun one. That was fun.
I think the last thing I said is this movie sucks. I think he has my final words like, yeah, this movie sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there.
But as for me, I mean, more requests are coming.
Mhm.
Uh, Van Damme tier list.
Oh,
Uh,
cool. That's cool.
see other random reviews. Rocket Man from the '90s. Unfriended Dark Web, which is fucking stupid movie, man. Unfriended Dark Web.
Oh, the sequel to the first one. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that main character. I don't know if you've seen that film.
Unfriended.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
second one.
no, not the second one. I've seen the first one. It's in a box set. Hold on. I was just looking at this the other
Yeah, I was gonna say Unfriended Dark
day.
Web. It just the main character just does so many stupid fucking things that the only way by the end is something happens and it only happens because the lead guy does like every stupid thing you could think of. Like, would you steal? Okay, I want to ask you a question, right?
Mhm.
You're in a cafe, it's a lost and found. Would you just take a laptop and log in and shit from a random lost and found cafe?
No, I wouldn't.
And then as soon as someone's like leaving you weird messages, Will you then go, you know what? Let me open up these weird files hidden like in the hardware, and there's a video of someone in a barrel, and then you go into some dark web, which they call the dark net, and it's a screenshot that looked like from Minecraft, going on a boat, and you're in a chat with someone. Did you get the money? What would you do at first? Would you A, shut the laptop off, or B, talk to the person?
I'd just report it instantly. I'd probably call the police and say, like, hey, here's something you guys should probably take a look at. I mean,
No, you would talk to the person
number
and
one,
keep talking about them.
I'd never go on the dark web though. That's one of those things where like there's nothing on there that I need. I know what it is. I know what's out there, but I don't need anything from it, so I don't ever need to go on it. But yeah, I haven't seen that one. What do you think of the first one?
I didn't mind it as a take on cyberbullying. I did, because everybody's unlikable, but it's kind of like cyberbullies, and they're just desserts. So it's kind of fulfilling that route.
Okay.
And it was an interesting new filming technique, but then searching, I think, made that a lot better. So Unfriended went down a bit because of that, but I do, like I said, the whole cyberbullying aspect I do find interesting enough to watch it. This is just beware the dark web, which could be enticing, but the script was just, in my opinion, stupid.
Yeah, it seems like Blumhouse has a hard time with like stuff like that. They want to sequelize and franchise everything, and not everything needs to be a fucking franchise. But yeah, it's in this set right here. I don't know if you can
Okay,
see
one
that.
second.
Yeah, so it's
So what is that set?
it's a
Just
Blumhouse set. So it's got,
I didn't know they had one.
yeah, it's I mean there's Get Out,
Okay.
Split.
Okay.
It's called Unknown User. This is a foreign release, this set, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And then one of your favorites, Matt, The Visit. So yeah, it's got these 4 movies in there. It's not bad.
So did
for a Blumhouse set. It was really
do they
cheap.
not have
So.
Unfriended? Do they not have Unfriended over there? Like they didn't know the meaning, and that's why they changed it to.
You know, I think they just wanted to do a different alternate title. I'm pretty sure they have that over there, the whole Unfriended thing. But yeah, I kind of think this is a better title. I mean, Unfriended's very lazy. Not the saying this one is super creative or anything, but it's a little better. But yeah, that's
I think Unfriended has a better ring to it. Unfriended with the internet, Unknown User. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't know. Unknown User seems like I made an error making a phone call. Unknown user. Oh, hang up. Okay, shit. It's about the phone company. Every fucking company you call, it's like someone with a heavy accent. I'm not being racist. I'm saying it's like they do it on purpose. Hello there, I will take your phone call, please. And then you can't understand what they're saying, and it takes 20 minutes to explain, and then you explain the same thing 5 times. It's like in order to just get you to hang up and not call back again. But
yeah.
Oh, thank you, Psycho Hobo. Yeah, sorry you're going through that, man. But good luck to your job. Manufacturing plants.
Yeah, good luck with that, dude.
You manufacture ballistics. Manufacture ballistics. You do have a fun with a bunch of ballistics while on the river Styx.
Ballistics. That makes me think of Lord of War 2. Why?
Yeah.
I love Lord of War, the first movie, but I don't know about that sequel, man. God,
I don't remember
never
much
ending.
about the film. It just like, okay, you remember the film, but I don't know a lot of people that talk about the film that garner a sequel.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not an action heavy film. It's very much just a crime drama.
Mhm.
I mean, I think there's a little bit of shooting here and there, but it's not really an action movie. And I don't think that the second movie will do anything. Of course, Nicolas Cage wouldn't turn it down though. So
Right. Oh wow. Okay. Good luck. Be careful. Don't be like Walter White.
I was gonna say that you got to dress like Walter White in the hazmat suit.
Good luck, man. Good luck, Psycho Hobo out there. Be careful. But yeah, again, tomorrow, 9 p.m. on Dead Pit Radio's channel, the two of us, Uncle Bill, will be talking about the movie news. No News is Good News was the title. Be the second episode. And feel free to stop by if you can. Thanks once again, Mark, for joining me. It was a lot of fun.
Anytime, man.
And we will see you guys later. Have a good night, everyone.
Later.